The Minnetonka Junior Varsity Performance Dance Team.
Pronounce the name? Liam, right? Liam. Liam.
Hey! You're on,
Hi.
you're on
Have a
the
no lap.
tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Someone's sitting
I
here.
saw you driving east from the crosstalk.
Well, why do you have that all?
I got no clothes on. She can move down a little bit. Thank you.
Boy, it's a hot one. Oh, so like even pretty
Where's Marine?
They're down there where they normally are. Not this section, but the beginning of the next one.
Yeah, you said it.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. Well, this year they go down that way. I don't know why. I know, right? Willpower.
There goes the
Okay, I got the way
Is he having fun? He plays every offensive down for the JV, and that's fun too. And you know what? He's a junior. He loves it. You know? We're cool with it. Yeah. And you know
Test, one, test.
That's what I say to guys.
Headset test.
He's stronger, he's in great physical condition, and he's mentally strong because, you know, he's going against kids on the twos go against ones, right? So you're going.
Test.
It's a
Thanks, Zach.
It's really just good for their self-esteem. And maybe next year.
How will you help Tonka
Thank you, bro.
cancer? Purchase tackle cancer items tonight at
Keep
the
going whenever you're ready, bro.
table near the entrance.
All right.
Go to the Chipotle
Maybe I will go
at
on.
101 and 7
Because, you know,
fundraiser.
these guys are all.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Minnetonka Einer Stadium for the Minnetonka contest here against the Mounds Mustangs. So the Skippers will take on the Mustangs. My name is Roger Lenahan. I'm joined in the booth by Peter Amstutz. Unfortunately, tonight, Everett Amstutz and Cal Pfeffer are not in attendance. They have a choir event, so our traditional executive vice president of the production, Peter Amstutz, is going to be getting triple time. He'll be camera. He'll still be in charge of the production. So there may be some lags in a score update as he's forced to film the game primarily and then do whatever he can on the score. So bear with us on that particular deal. We're going to get to the starting lineup in just about 2 minutes here, or less than a minute probably. And we expect a good contest tonight. Mounds View comes in undefeated at 3-0. Let's talk about who they've played so far. They started out with a nice win against the Burnsville Blaze, 24-6. They got by handily, really, White Bear Lake, which was a 21-3 victory, and they got by Woodbury 21-7. And probably if you're listening to the broadcast, don't need to tell you the results of the Minnetonka first three contests. Really should have probably won the Eastview game. St. Michael Albertville, Luke Tollefson gets injured, and we have to go to Plan B, and ended up with a loss. And then, of course, we went across town to the Eden Prairie Eagles last Friday night, and really held good for the first half. Down 3-0 at half, but ended up losing 19-0. Just couldn't quite get the offensive rolling. But tonight I expect a little different contest. Now, having said that, here's the top 10 Metro ranking from the Star Tribune. Sitting atop the state here in first position, from a rank perspective, is Lakefield North at 3-0. Now, they tonight, by the way, face Burnsville. Eden Prairie, number 2, they're going to play Shakopee at a neutral site at the Performance Center, the Vikings Performance Center, so they'll have a neutral game away at an interesting site. Number 3 in the state is St. Michael Albertville. They're going to play Wayzata. Of course, I would tell you that's, other than this Minnetonka game, that's really the game of the week, if you will. Number 5, which is Mounds View. So we're facing a top 5 opponent tonight here at home. Number 6 is Cretin-Durham Hall. They're also 3-0. They play White Bear. And number 7 in the state is Prior Lake. They're 2-1. They go to Edina. Farmington 3-0 plays Rosemont. Number 9, St. Thomas Academy, which is a 5A team, plays Apple Valley. Rounding out the top is SBM, and they're going to be a 4A class. That's the combo schools, and they're going to play Providence Academy. So that's kind of the week in review for high school football, who's where and where they should be or where they are. Maybe it's not where they should be. The differences in conferences and opponents, pretty dramatic tonight's contest, right? And again, not taking anything away from Mounds View's opponents, but Burnsville, White Bear Lake, and Woodbury are pretty different than Eden Prairie, St. Michael Albertville, and Eastview. So we should have a good game tonight as we get ready. And we're going to start this starting lineup for the Minnetonka Skippers. We're going to do the offensive side first. And as you're watching your screen here, the youth program out in front, you got some highlights now. There we go. The youth has got the tunnel. The starting receiver, number 2, junior Jackson Iverson. Offensively speaking, the right tackle, number 56, senior Michael Allen. The right guard, number 74, senior Owen Gunderson. The center, number 62, senior Matthew Galgano. The left guard, number 54, senior Jack Spinner. That's a change today for this game. The left tackle, number 71, junior Peter Griffey. The tight end, number 17, junior Jackson Gadarian. The wide receiver, number 23, senior Braden Fisk. The fullback, number 97, junior Quinn Sell. The tailback, number 30, junior Ben Tokinen. The quarterback, number 19, sophomore Tyler Leon. The punter, number 22, senior Elliot Ishii. As you can hear from the sound of the crowd, Minnetonka High School football team running out on the cloud, and they'll be getting set to do the Star Spangled, the national anthem rather. Here's our starting defense for your Minnetonka Skippers. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff. The nose guard, number 32, senior Jacob Bear. That's a change from last week. The defensive end, number 42, senior Elliot Russ. The other defensive end, number 99, senior Carvon Gurley. One of the outside linebackers, number 24, junior Will Velgersdijk. The outside linebacker on the other side, number 27, junior Ivan Lee. The inside backer, number 35, senior Tyler Tollefson. The other inside linebacker, number 22, senior Elliot Ishii. The strong safety, number 3, junior Ben Conan. The left corner, number 14, senior Ethan Godsave. The right corner, number 88, senior Stratton Joyce. The free safety, number 9, senior Brock Bacon. And our kicker, number 36, senior Pierce Sabilla. So there's your starting lineup here, folks. We rarely get that done before the national anthem. And we did tonight, so we're real happy about ourselves so far. We're about to have our national anthem. I'm going to refrain from speaking. I will tell you this. The youth players are on the sideline next to the high school players, and that's really an awesome sight to see. So we'll be right back with the start of the game.
At this time, we ask that you remain standing and please rise, remove your hats. As Minnetonka High School Marching Band, under the direction of Miles Mortensen, performs our national anthem.
Well, there's the national anthem by the Minnetonka Marching Band under the Miles Mortensen's direction. Did a really nice job there.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk a little bit about tonight's keys of the game. I think that you'll find that the Mustangs have a similar offense to Minnetonka. They have a quarterback that they like to run, and we expect that to be number 16, Cole Senstrom. Senior quarterback, 6'1", 197 yards. As it relates to some stats for him, he has had he's had 354 yards passing, and rushing, I think it was about 100-some, but nonetheless, so I expect to see him do what our injured Luke Tollefson had been doing for us before his untimely injury, and that is run out of that quarterback spot. So makes it a little bit tougher on defenses to, in fact, to defend that, because he can throw, pass, hand off, or run. So I expect to see number 16, Senstrom, create some havoc for our defense. A couple of changes, Minnetonka on the offensive line at the guard spot. Jack Spinner, the senior, getting a start tonight. I think there was some illnesses that allowed that to happen, and so we'll know we have a brand new starting guard, and that'll change sometimes the dynamic a little bit as well. I'd be remiss, I just saw Dr. Peterson, the superintendent, wave to me as he walked by the booth. We are blessed here from top down, and it starts with Dr. Dennis Peterson, who's the superintendent of schools here and has been for many years, and really cares about co-curricular activities along with, of course, academics. Minnetonka, the #1 ranked school in the entire state of Minnesota from an ACT, SAT perspective, and a lot of that's because of Dennis Peterson and then Jeff Erickson's leadership here at the high school level. So we're getting set, folks. Should be a good game. By the way, game time temperature, more like a Labor Day weekend, unseasonably warm. So Minnetonka is set to kick. Two deep backs, and there it is, guys. It's a high, long, drives them back into the end zone. They're going to call that a touchback. So in high school football here in Minnesota, if your foot's in the end zone when you field that ball, that's a touchback. So it'll be 1st and 20. So expect to see Cole Senstrom come out at quarterback. I expect to see Tibut, maybe I'm saying that wrong, number 7, get the bulk of their carries. The senior, 5'11", 170 pounds. And they'll see what they can do against this Minnetonka defense that really did a nice job, really from start to finish. You hold Eden Prairie they scored late, so really I'm going to suggest they held them to 12 points. Shotgun formation, one receiver. Now back goes in motion, looks going to pass on first down. Tip Minnetonka, the tip drill doesn't work. Carvon Gurley, number 99, gets a finger on that one, and really a lot of fingers, and deflects that nicely. So that'll bring up a 2nd down for the Mustangs here, who are on their own 20-yard line. They're in hurry up. They're still in shotgun formation. High snap, hands it off right up the middle. Gets by a couple guys, and then absolutely Carvon Gurley gets there. First guy getting up is 35, which is Elliot. No, I'm sorry. It's it's Tollerslandovson. It's Sandler Tollefson. Wow. That's a reverse kind of a back street. Don't know how I got that reversed, but and we're hoping that that Luke is going to join us in the booth tonight. Luke Tollefson, the injured quarterback. Here we go. 3rd and about 9. Motion to the right, far side of the field. Fake jet sweep. He throws the ball. Got a receiver. Underthrown. Should be incomplete. It is incomplete. So looks like a 4 and out for the Mustangs here. Minnetonka defense done what they've done a lot of the year, and that is cover passes pretty well and not allow anybody the ability to move it real early. So Conan is deep for Minnetonka. Just the junior, strong safety, Ben Cohen. Now he's got his feet on his own 45-yard line, so we'll see if this thing is, if they've scouted him right. He kicks it away from him. It looks like it's going to fly out of bounds. I'm going to guess that's right at inside the 45. I'm going to call that the 46-yard line. So should be 1st and 10 Minnetonka. Good field position at their own 46. So the new quarterback replacing Tollefson is a sophomore, and that's a pretty big shoes to fill and pretty tough. So number 19, Tyler Leon, and he's in shotgun formation now. Hands off to Tokinen, and nothing doing there. A stingy Mustang defense on first down. May credit him with a absolutely no gain, as it turns out. So 2nd and 10 here. I expect to see Minnetonka pass the ball more than they did against Eden Prairie. Here we go. Nobody in the backfield besides the quarterback. Leon brings a man in motion. Flip pass to Tokinen. Tokinen gets about to the 50. So the carry by number 30, Ben Tokinen, on a little speed option flip. Call it a jet sweep if you like. Gain of 4, going to bring up a 3rd down and what I'm going to call a long 6. The tip of the ball is right on the 50-yard line. We are now at the 10:05 mark of the first quarter. It's a 0-0 score, folks. Tokinen in the backfield along with Leon. Leon's going to throw it. Got a lot of time. Throws it to Iverson, who jukes around a couple players. Spins, twists. Well, a lot of athletic play there, but that was designed to have just a little bit better blocking on the left side there and downfield. So it'll be a 4th down and call it 4. I'm saying we're not going to go for it, Pete. And you know, Pete's not going to be on the mic, but we make eye contact and nod and grin to each other. When you're not inside your opponent's 40 early in the game, it's pretty significant risk to not punt and go for it. You give your opponent a pretty good position. So here's our punter. He's 13-yard backs. It's a good snap, got good blocking, end over end to the left. Going to go way out of bounds to the left side. So here's the toughest play for an official at some level. Punter is number 22, Elliot Ishii. And sometimes you see that mark and you have to kind of go, well, what did he see that I didn't? And this may be one of those cases. It's 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 35-yard line. Angle of the departure of the field is not an easy judgment call for any referee. So here come the Mustangs. Minnetonka unable to move it, so they go 3 and out. And now the Mustangs in shotgun formation, one back deep, 2 receivers left, 1 right. He hands off to a single setback, and he's got a first down and more. Carry on the play by T-Butt. T-Butt. Joyce on the tackle for Minnetonka. So it'll be a first down. So there's the first down of the game, and we're sitting at the 8:50 mark of the first quarter. Hurry up offense by the Mustangs. Again, similar formation, 2 receivers left, high snap. He's going to throw it, looks over the left side, got a receiver. Going to be close to the first down, but he's going to end up being about 1.5 yards short of that. But a nice completion there. Senstrom. So they're in their hurry up. They're a no-huddle offense, much like Minnetonka offensively. Exact same. Here he goes. Handoff right up the middle. First down. Arm tackling not going to work. That guy, number 7, but runs fast and runs hard. So Mounds, you sort of telling Minnetonka, hey, we're not ranked by accident here, guys. So first down, Mounds view. Minnetonka defense need to dig in here and create a stop, create a turnover. Handoff again. T-Butt right up the middle. And must have had some pretty good blocking there. Going to be a significant gain. So great position for the Mustangs to be in. 2nd and 2, deep in Minnetonka and he's going to go wide. There should be a flag, and there is a flag. I caught that. So the guy on the edge held a Minnetonka player there, and so that's going to come back. That'll be Joyce on the stop there, and that's nice to call his name. Stratton Joyce on a nice tackle, but it'll be a holding. That'll come back. Yep, we know Ted. Thanks. Hey, joined in the booth by Ted Schultz here. Always does a nice job. Part of our whole administration here, the head of activities. Second and 11. Single setback, 2 receivers right. Throws a quick pass. Stop on the play, but it's going to be a first down by Carino Gurley, and then number 9 also makes the stop, which is Brock Bacon. Well, a big 3rd and 1 down here early in the going. We're at the 7:08 mark. High snap, handoff right up the middle. Minnetonka sniffs this one out. I don't think he's going to get it. It's going to be really depending on, it's going to be very close. It's going to be very close to a first down. Well, I'm face mask. So face mask, personal foul, looks like a big one. Going to go half the distance there. So going to set up a non-enviable, we call that, non-enviable position for Minnetonka here at the 6:54 mark. It'll be a first down. The Mustangs still outside the 10 by about 2.5 yards here. Looks like the 12.5. Now for the first time, their quarterback goes underneath center. brings a man in motion. Jet sweep fake, counter inside. Nice play there by the Minnetonka defense. Bacon on the stop there. Brock Bacon, and boy, he really had a nice solo tackle there. Gain of about 4, so second and call at 6. Ball's at the 7-yard line. We're at the 6:12 mark of the first quarter. Mustangs knocking on the door here. I formation pitch to the left. Well, and a Minnetonka swarming defense there. So Sandler Tollefson on one of the first guys there to make the stop, along with a couple other skippers, including Brock Bacon again.
Third down here, Roger. Trying to join you.
Look at that.
What do you think Mounds View will do here?
Well, I see Mounds View on a 3rd down and 6. They need to get, 6. I think they'll put it in the air, Pete. I think they'll either do that little flip. We'll see what they got. They're in shotgun. Oh, there's a flag. Let's hope it's a false start, and it is a false start for the Mustangs. So those are 5 yards we need.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many penalties yet tonight, Roger. That's kind of a big one. Puts them back behind the chains here on 3rd down. So they were going to pass on 3rd and 6, I would expect again, right?
I think so, especially now, Peter, right? So now brings up a 3rd and 11. The ball's on the 12-yard line, so they can still get a first down here and not score. But we're looking for Minnetonka's defense to hold them out here.
Clock ticking at just that 5 minutes now, Roger.
Well, here's the biggest play of the game thus far, 3rd and 11. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right. Fake handoff, he throws it, he's got a guy. Oh boy, and what a awesome tackle on the play by Minnetonka. I think it'll be a first down, unfortunately, but that's Ben Conan on the nice stop, but it's going to be very close. Let's see where they mark that. I think it's 4th and 1. So, little confusion. Conan comes out now. Or Bacon comes out. Check that. 4th and 1. Well, here we go. Play of the game. Quarterback sneak. I think he's got enough to at least get the first down. I do not see a call on the touchdown, but I would guess that he got enough for the first down.
Yeah, Roger got just inside the 1-yard line, so that is going to be a 1st and goal now.
Yeah. Well, tough task here for Minnetonka. What you need is a turnover, a bad snap, or another penalty.
Yeah, so the chain gang has put the sticks down. It's 1st and goal inside the 1, Roger. The clock is still ticking down, under 4 minutes now in the first quarter.
Well, the one thing they need, there's less than 10 seconds on the play clock, so see if he does the quarterback sneak again. Oh, yeah, so they're going to have an illegal shift on that one. So not just Minnetonka being immune to that particular call. So illegal procedure. Illegal shift, 2 guys in motion, I guess. Somebody not set.
Yeah, they were able to dodge the first 5-yard penalty. We'll see if this one stings a little bit more. Still 1st and goal, but now they're back just outside the 6-yard, or just inside the 6-yard line.
And these are the things that give coaches just nightmares. But Bacon comes back in, and still 1st and goal, but now at about the 6. Fake handoff, quarterback keeps it himself. A couple of guys get there. Ishii, the first tackler that got there, but he had help on that one. Finch Garrett helping him out.
We're calling in 2nd and goal at the 3 now, Roger.
2nd and goal at the 3. I think Finch Garrett played last year. Am I confused? Here we go, right up the middle. This one might get in. They do get in. So, in the early goings here. Senstrom calls his own number, gets the touchdown. So, at the 2:45 mark of the first quarter, Minnetonka down here by 6 before the PAT try.
defense end will checks in to try the extra point.
Kick is up, it's good.
And the extra point try is good.
Kicker had a lot of leg.
2-0.
I saw number 33, but I don't have a 33 on the Mustang roster, so can't give him credit for that nice PAT. But at the 2:45 mark, it's Minnetonka 0 and the Mounds U Mustangs 7.
Hey Roger, we got a few minutes left here in the quarter. Make sure to recognize our sponsors tonight.
Well, Pete, what a great transition there. We do want to thank our Minnetonka football sponsors, and Minnesota Inboard is one. Youngsteads, of course, Cambria, Kowalski's, Alaris, Maynard's, which is the food vendor for tonight's always delicious hamburgers. Tino's, our pizza guy, if you will. Ferguson Tutoring, Inspired Athletica, Tuttle's Bar and Grill, the ICA Food Shelf, and Imperial Wire and Display. So that's our first quarter sponsors here, folks. And we're just about ready for the kickoff here. Well, it should be Iverson and Token and deep for Minnetonka. Probably two of the fastest guys on the team. And here's the kick. And it's a high, going to be fielded at about the 6. It's Iverson, and he gets the ball out past the 25-yard line. I'm going to spot that at about the 27-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 Minnetonka at their own 27-yard line. We are at the 2:38 mark in the first quarter. Minnetonka down 7-0, and their offense will come out for the second time. The Mustang drive was a long, sustained drive, hampered by several penalties, but they found a way to get into the end zone and find themselves on top in the first quarter here. So here we go. Ben Tokenen and Leon in the backfield. Leon, of course, the quarterback in shotgun formation. Iverson split wide to the right. Leon looks, little screen pass to Tolkinen. Tolkinen jukes, moves, and gets out to just short of the 30-yard line. 55 on the tackle for the Mustangs. Mustafik. So second and about 7. Credit him with a 3-yard gain. Minnetonka can hurry up as well. Single setback, hands off to Tolkinen. Tolkinen off the left side, and he gets some nice yardage. Going to suggest that's about a gain of 4. And it'll bring up a probably third and between 3 and 4 yards. Okay. 74 for Minnetonka. Owen Gunderson maybe limping a little bit. Here we go. Third down play. Oh boy. Well, he came in, 21 blitz, came in and made a great blitz for a loss of about 7 probably, and that'll bring up a fourth and I'm going to punt the ball situation. I drink a little Mountain Dew in the booth, and I saw Peter grab a Mountain Dew, and I thought Peter took my Mountain Dew.
I wouldn't do that to you, Roger.
He wouldn't do that to me. So
brought my own tonight.
He BYO'd on the Dew. So Ishii set to punt. He is at about the 16-17. Mounds who looking to maybe come in through, and they do. There's a pretty good pressure there, but a beautiful catch. Doesn't call fair catch. Hurry up, guys. You want to get down there. That one's going to be down at about the 9-yard line. And so coaches talk to players all day about trying to field it if you can, and he does not field it.
That's going to pencil out to about a 60-yard punt, Roger.
Well, once again, Ishii has had 2 of those, Peter, where he pads his stats. So a 60-yard punt in high school is unbelievable. So Minnetonka defense at least has some less than favorable position here to work with for the Mustangs. Sandstrom, the quarterback, been in shotgun all but one play, or actually 2 plays. He's in shotgun now. Got a running back to his right. Hands off to that running back, right up the middle. And he's got, if you're a defensive coach, way too many yards. Bacon and Conan, and going to credit him with a gain of about 9. So 2nd and 9 here for the Mustangs. 2nd and 1. They got 9. Check that.
The rushing yards have just come a little too easy tonight, Roger. We're down to under 10 seconds to go, and I don't see the play clock on, so that might be your last play of the quarter.
That is going to be the last play of the first quarter. So we're going to take a break. They can switch ends, and the Mustangs can try to drive the ball north, if you will, on Minnetonka. But the first quarter goes down as a 7-0 Mounds View lead, and boy, don't go anywhere. We're going to retire some jersey numbers at halftime.
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal. Right?
Going to be kind of a big deal. I can't recall Minnetonka retiring jerseys in my really 20-some year career here, and so that should be exciting. So don't go anywhere, everybody.
Yeah, I heard there might be a surprise guest on the video screen because he's actually playing in a NFL game at some point later this weekend.
Absolutely, I think that's a pretty good tip-off for most of our viewers. So let's reset here. 7-0 Mustangs. Each team has their full complements of timeouts. We're at the start of the second quarter. The Mustangs have the ball at the 17-yard line. They need 1 yard to get a first down. Their quarterback's in shotgun formation, looks a little bit deeper than traditional. Hands off the left side and going to be close. In fact, I don't think it's going to be close. He's not going to get the first down on second down, so it'll bring up a 3rd and short as well. Oh, no, you know what? I got to take that back. I guess they're saying that he did get the first down, and I don't agree, but I'm not on the field, so clearly they're right and I'm wrong, but be a brand new set of first downs here. Fake handoff. He's going to throw it. He's throwing it deep, and he's wide open. And he overthrows a pretty successful play. Coverage on the play by number 88 from Minnetonka, Stratton Joyce, but most of the defense went with that play action pass fake, and they rolled out, and it caught Minnetonka by surprise. But
yeah, Roger, he had the defender beat by a good number of yards on that one. Just the ball slightly overthrown, couldn't get it. Would have been 7.
Oh, yeah. He catches that, and that's just one of those things that happens. So bring up a 2nd and 10, same formation. 3 wide receivers to the left, to the right. Throws it off underneath. Oh! 81 and coverage on the play by number 14, Ethan Godsave. And that's where that tip drill, you gotta catch that. Now the intended receiver was number 81, Reed Thurston, and he puts one hand up, but he doesn't get it. So now all of a sudden, from it's a 3rd and 10. The Mustangs are on their own 18-yard line. Minnetonka needs to stop here. Ishii looks like he's blitzing, and he's getting chased out of the pocket. Unfortunately, he's going to get to the first down. Well, and you know, that's a legal hit. That guy stopped right before he went out of bounds and took a big blow there. And I have to see where they're going to mark it. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, they credit Godsave on the stop there. Looks like it is going to be a couple yards short.
Yeah, and you know, Pete, did you see it the same way? Did he look like he stopped right before he could have run out of bounds?
Yeah, we've seen that in a couple games where guys stop right at the line, and so they get hit.
Right. So here we go. They're going for it. 4th. Oh, Pete. Risky, big. Okay, here we go. Minnetonka says we're going to take a look at this, and here's what they're going to tell their kids. Okay.
Yeah. I think I soaked our second quarter reads, but you still might be able to pull them off. Actually,
yeah.
I soaked my copy.
Yeah,
so
right. We're good here.
This is a good time.
Well, we got a timeout on the field. Minnetonka's called timeout, and that'll give me an opportunity early in the quarter to thank and recognize our sponsors, which are Great Clips, Twin Cities Orthopedic, the preferred home team of Chris Rooney. That's a residential real estate agent. And the general store, Health Partners, Gina Marie's, which is a food vendor for our home games in the pizza department, and of course Chick-fil-A, the home vendor for our food as well. Who doesn't like Chick-fil-A? Lake Minnetonka, Orthodontic, ProMed, Ike's from Minnetonka, and AP Group of Remax. So thank you so much for sponsoring our broadcast tonight. Okay, here we go, folks. 11:15 in the second quarter. 4th and about 2. I suggest they're going to try and draw him off with well, actually, they moved. Wow, every once in a while you fool your own team, and that's what happened there. So going with the hard count, the Mustangs draw their own player off, and I got $100, Peter, that says this is a theoretical, hypothetical bet. They're going to punt. So it'll be now 4th down and about 7. And I don't expect the Mustangs go for it.
Yeah, the whole idea there is draw them off sides. If you get Minnetonka to jump, you get a free first down. You don't, it didn't work, so it is a punting situation now, Roger.
And sometimes it backfires. Deep from Minnetonka, Ben Conan. Almost blocked. It's an end-over-end punt, although it gets a great hop. Oh my gosh. He's going to pad his stats here. Conan better get going. Oh, he gets away from a couple guys. Tuck the ball down. So Conan, after a ball that it was pretty hard to get a handle on, gets back out to the 30.
Yeah, that's one of those don't do it. It's okay, do it now.
Well,
you didn't really want to see him touch it, but
he, I think, had a little hesitation. He goes, do I just let this thing go? And then he goes, I got no one around me, at least immediately around me. So he picks it up and gets a decent return after getting a great block. I wish I had the number. All right, here we go. Leon brings his staff out, his offense out. Throws it right over the middle. Jackson Iverson's got some good speed. He's going to get to the sideline. He's making it go, and he gets pushed out of bounds inside the 10. Minnetonka is going to have a 1st and goal on the little pass from Leon to Iverson. No, I guess they're going to mark him out at the 12.
Yeah, we've said Iverson is electric, and he just proved it there, a little short pass, and he turned it into a long one, Roger.
Got good wheels. Okay, Leon by himself in the backfield in shotgun formation. Tokinen now comes back. Hand off to Tokinen off the left side. Big hole! Gets down inside the 5. And the Mustangs trying to grit that ball loose. It'll be a 2nd down and about 2. Minnetonka much in the same position as the Mustangs on the previous drive, where they're able to get a 1st down if they get 2 more yards. So now underneath center is Leon in similar formation under the back, and it's going to be number 30, Ben Tokinen, very close. He's going to have a 1st down, and all you think about right now is ball security. Now my spotter, Lisa Kittleson, kind of bristles at that.
Well, ball security, of course, Roger, that's a no-brainer. They're inside the 1 now. They have 4 cracks at it. I expect either Tokinen or Leon to just dive this one in.
Well, I think, you know what? Here we go, under center. Quarterback sneak, left side, touchdown. No doubt about that. The sophomore quarterback, Leon, takes it in off the left side, and we're a PAT away from being a tie score.
So Leon after diving in for that touchdown. He'll hold here for the extra point. Zabilla in for the extra point, Roger. This is a big one. We need this point.
Well, there's no points that aren't big, but when your opponent's up 7 and you have 6, you need the PAT, and it's a nice-looking snap. Zabilla's kick is up and right through the middle of the upright. So, at the 9:29 mark of the second quarter, it's Minnetonka 7, Mounds View 7. We'll come right back with the kickoff. Well, nothing like we're joined in the booth by Luke Tollefson and both of his parents. And Luke, of course, sustained a really unfortunate injury. He just had surgery. And I'm going to give the mic to him for a second here before we get going. Luke, say hi to your fans out here in Minnetonka. We got to flip the switch up. That's Peter's fault.
Hello, everyone. Luke Tollefson here.
How do you feel?
Feeling good, you know. The pain's starting to go away, so moving forward, working back to coming back. So.
Well, that sounds great. Thanks for being here. We'll probably get a little bit more from Luke Tollefson here in the second half, but we're super excited that he's on the mend. He's in the booth, and what a thrill to see him back with a smile on his face. Zabilla's kick is very high, going to be fielded at about the 7. Got a little room. Oh boy, what a nice special team play by number 42 from Minnetonka. Eliza Russ. You know, I got the moms in the crowd that know the numbers better than me, so that's awesome. Maybe we'll give her the headset a little bit.
Yeah, great stop there by Russ on special teams. They're at the 25-yard line here. 9 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the first half, Roger.
Well, it's a different ball game now. We're hoping that momentum the offense created kind of motivates the defense a little bit. And as we heard from Luke, of course, his twin brother's playing defense and has done a terrific job all year long. Sandler Tollefson. So here we go. Shotgun formation, quick snap, handoff right up the right side, and nothing. Oh boy, nothing doing there. Huge defensive stop. Russ again. He had Ishii and he had Conan in there. Really 4 guys in on that tackle. And the Mustangs again in hurry up. This one is actually about as slow as they've gone. Now they sent a guy to the sidelines, so they're signaling in plays, and here they go. We're at 8:53. It's tie ball game, folks. Little screen pass right. He dropped it. That's a wild. That's free. Well, they're going to rule it that was a forward pass. Very close to being what would be considered a lateral and a live ball, but they rule that a forward pass. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs. They have the ball at their own 26-yard line. We're at 8:45 in the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Yeah, 3rd down here, Roger. They've run 2 plays on this drive, so 3rd and 9 is what there's listed on the big board here. 8 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Jackson Iverson finds a way to sneak in there at that outside corner on our side, Peter. Here we go. Throws it. Oh, there's 3 that could have been intercepted, tonight. 2 of them were tipped, and this one just sails wide.
Yeah, good catch on Iverson coming in on this near side. They threw it to the wide side of the field. Three passes. I read 2 out of the 3 could have been picked off.
Yep, a couple of them tipped, and that's where these guys spend quite a bit of time practicing the tip drill. So a ball that's tipped is a little bit easier to catch. Has an unnatural flight all of a sudden. If you're at the right place at the right time, you can change the complexion of the game. So 8:41 left in the second quarter. 4th down, 9 to go. They're in punting formation. It's a good snap. Minnetonka pressures. This one's a beautiful spiral. Going to be fielded. 35-yard line, gets away from 1 and gets 5 yards out of that. And a really nice return by Ben Conan. Conan sidesteps to the intended tackler, and he gets right by him.
First and 10 for the 40-yard line.
It is Tackle Cancer Night here tonight, Roger. So that's if you're talking about us on social media, make sure to use that hashtag.
Well, absolutely, and Minnetonka has really done a great job. Here we go, underneath center, Leon, that's unusual, hands off, fake hand, no, it's a handoff. And Tokinen gets maybe a yard.
Yeah, Tokinen fell forward there. We're down to 8 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first half. And
so Ishii was in.
Beautiful night. Sorry, Roger.
Well, no, Pete, I'm sorry, but 22, of course, we know that Elliot Ishii comes in sometimes on what I'm going to call more of a power jumbo package. And a little unusual to see Leon under center. Here we go. 2 receivers set to the right. 2 backs now. Little crisscross. He throws it. Iverson got the 5, got 7. Very close to the first down. And it'll be a nice gain on second down. Going to be very close. It'll be a yard short of the first.
Yeah, the game plan's to get the ball in Iverson's hand right now. He's made 2 great plays. That was another nice play there. Almost got the first down. Sets up a 3rd and manageable now, Roger.
Agreed. So not a situation that Minnetonka's been in. 3rd and 1 is really a great spot to be in. Tokinen in the backfield. Leon, the quarterback, in shotgun. Receiver each side. Getting a signal in from from Jesse Nelson. Hands off to Tokinen. Gonna not get that on 3rd down. And yeah, he did probably go backwards a couple of inches. Oh boy, that's a tough one.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you expect to be able to get that yard there, Roger. Sets up a 4th and 1. Looks like punting unit is coming out.
Well, as much as the armchair quarterback and all of us would go, hey, it's 4th and 1, but it's really 4th and 2.5. And Minnetonka in their own end, even though it's only by 2 yards, I would suggest wisely decides to punt the ball. Good snap. Ishii's punt is a beautiful spiral. He's not called. I did not see the fair catch call. Must have been very early in the play. But obviously the defenders saw it, so they didn't tackle him. So after a nice play by Iverson, getting about 7.5, 8 yards, Minnetonka unable to convert on the down, and they have to punt it away. We are at the 6:21 mark, and it is 7 apiece.
Reminder, we're going to have a great halftime show. They're not going to want to miss, Rogers. Some retirements here.
We're going to retire some. Here we go. Play a little sweep, right side. Nice. Oh, boy. And, it's not going to be a surprise if you're a follower. Ishii, of course, on the big stop there. Got strung out nicely by the left side. So left defensive end really strung that play out, which is Russ. I think.
Great pursuit there from the backside, and you get Ishii coming all the way across the field with all that momentum. He's not going to miss that tackle.
Well, and it actually might have been Valgersdijk that strung it out as well. So he kind of maintained his blocker, forced the running back to go wide, and then Ishii cleans up. So loss of about 3. Shotgun. Looking to pass. Oh, and he's going to run it himself, and he's going to find out that number 22, Elliot Ishii, says, thanks anyway, maybe not today. So Ishii on a big stop. Doesn't go down as a sack because I think he was past the line of scrimmage, but it's an awfully nice tackle.
It looked like they were setting up that same play that had Minnetonka beat for about 5 yards all the way down the field. He wasn't able to get that one off that time, and better coverage downfield too, Roger.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Now deep in their own end, 3rd and call it 12. Underneath center now. It's going to be looks like a draw. The ball may be on the ground. Minnetonka may have it. The referee hasn't made a signal yet. In fact, he's signaling. Yeah, but he's signaling 4th down. Yeah, but I thought the ball was on the turf. So they're saying it recovered by Mounds View. Pete, I'm looking for this kind of a call, and if you could have a picture, I'm looking for first down the other way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they said Mounds View did jump on that one. Barry, they really went behind the chains here, Roger. They're going to be putting from their own end zone.
Well, a real change of, and here's the other thing. They're going to end up not getting this punt off if they don't hurry. Their punter, number 9, has got his back feet at the back of the end zone. Quick snap. Minnetonka rushes it. It's a terrible punt from a distance perspective. Right up the middle. Well, nicely done by Conan. Conan recovers or fields that ball, runs pretty much north and south, and it'll be Minnetonka with good field position. So net 29-yard punt, Pete. Not what you hoped for.
No, that's a tough situation for a high school punter back there. He got it out, so that's positive. But you're right, it wasn't the best kick we've ever seen.
Well, he wasn't 13 yards deep, right? So he was limited by the back of the end zone. You can step out of bounds there, and it's a safety, right? So, and that was reflective in the distance on the punt. So. So the Mustangs now, after on defense, Minnetonka here, motion. Iverson left side, got a hole, he slashes through it, gets inside the 30. Pick up a little bit.
Well, it feels much nicer now, Roger. The sun is down, the breeze is coming out here. It'll cool off in the booth here for you in a little bit.
Well, you know what? I'm not complaining. I got the best seat in the house here and an open window in front of me on what is traditionally a July night here in mid to late September temperature-wise. Minnetonka now 2 running backs in more of a pro set. Leon now sends Iverson right, throws it to Iverson. He might pass it. Intercepted. You're going to hope this penalty goes against the other guys, boys. And Jackson did not have a grip on that one, and he underthrows it. And that's a tough turnover with great field position. I think it was intended for Adam Davis. But the penalty is, I didn't hear
Minnetonka,
it.
illegal man downfield, so
Okay.
they'll decline that. They'll take the interception. We've seen that play work before.
Right.
Ball was a little underthrown that time.
It was. That's, that happens. How's that? Really a missed opportunity,
Some
though.
in-depth analysis. It happens.
That's
It
my
definitely
analysis,
happens.
Pete. I remember a movie where they put another word in front of that, but since we're a PG-13 broadcast, we can't say that. All right, so after the turnover, Minnetonka throws a pick on the really halfback option pass, which has worked over the years for us quite well. Ball is on the 3. Off the left side. He stays in bounds. And we're at the 3:08 mark of the second quarter. Not much of a gain. Ishii on the stop. Second down, call it a long 7.
It's almost like the punt out of the end zone didn't happen. They're back down in their own end. The only thing that's happening now, the clock ticking down under 3 minutes, Roger.
Right. And it looks like the Mustangs not in any big hurry here. The 25-second clock down to 9. And maybe they're trying to burn the clock here and not give Minnetonka ball, assuming they don't get a first down. 2nd and 7. Fake pass handoff right over the middle, complete, going to be a first down. So Tollefson on the stop and on coverage, but not before it gets out past the chains. And now we'll see if the Mustangs can in a little bit more of a 2-minute drill here before the half.
Yeah, they were in no hurry before. Now that they have the first down, they're still not in great field position. 2 minutes and 15 and clicking down, Roger.
Sandstrom, the quarterback, shotgun. Fake handoff. He's going to roll naked right to the left, rather. Got a guy complete and out of bounds. Be about 2 yards short of the first down.
So timeout situation. Remember, Minnetonka used 1 early, but Mounds View has all 3. So if they do decide to try to continue this drive with 2:02 to go, they could use timeouts along the way.
Well, it'll be there's a flag on the field, so I haven't seen a signal, but they're walking backwards in the advantage of Minnetonka. So maybe they had a illegal receiver downfield, but it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Looks like it's now 1st and 15. Ball is on the 10-yard. No, ball is on the 15-yard line. Right up the middle, handoff. Got a little hole there, and closed up quickly by a host of skippers.
Yeah, they give Veldersdijk and Tollefson credit on both that.
Right.
There is a timeout now, Roger.
So Vagerstad and Tollefson. So now there, I don't see a timeout, Pete. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Mustang's going to throw the ball. Little out. Trying to keep him in bounds. They do keep him in bounds. He's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line, which will, but now there's going to be a timeout. Minnetonka takes the timeout, suggesting that, hey, we're going to get the ball back and we're going to need some time to get some points on.
Yeah, interesting here. 1:25 to go, Roger. So that now Minnetonka down to just one timeout left in the half. So a stop here, use your other timeout, and then maybe get the ball back. Hard to say.
Well, and again, a little bit of play dependent, Pete, because it's 3rd down and let's call it 5. Likely a passing down for the Mustangs. So what you have to hope is that it's incomplete, and the clock stops there. You're hoping not to use that last timeout until you're on offense. Well, it is every bit of August weather here in Minnetonka. The booth here is awfully warm. We take out our windows, and we get a little bit of a breeze here, but there's really, I'm looking at the flag on Veterans Field, and looks like it's waving at a 4 to 5 mile an hour. So here's a big 3rd down for the Mustangs, the Minnetonka defense. Oh boy, now they say the chess game continues. So the Mustangs take a timeout. Wanted to see what kind of defense Minnetonka came out in.
They just want us to kill airtime. Maybe we can ask Mr. Tollefson if he wants to check in again.
Well, we're gonna give Luke Tollefson a chance here to kind of give us the game summaries. What do you think? What's going on? What do you see? It's up. I already upped it.
Obviously, they've scored 1 touchdown. It was unfortunate, but after that, it seems like the defense has been doing really well. Getting some really good stops, a couple 3 and outs here and there. The offense, we had that one super long pass to Jackson. That was pretty exciting. Hoping for some more plays like that. It seems like the offense is getting the ball moving a little bit, so hoping for more of that second half. Hopefully we can get the ball back here and put one in.
Here's my question. What would you call if you were playing, if we get the ball back here late in the second quarter on 1st down?
I'm
good
not
field
give
position.
Plays away, but we got a quarterback hand it off the wide receiver, do a pass to quarterback, so that's probably what I call.
All righty, sounds good. Thank you, Luke. Here we go. Big 3rd down here for the Minnetonka defense. Looking way left, underthrown. This one's going to get picked off by Jackson Iverson. Inside Minnetonka territory and call it the 46-yard line. Minnetonka gets the pick. So not only do the Mustangs not get to drive that ball, Minnetonka's going to have a chance now to go 1st and 10. They're going to use their 2-minute drill. We are at the 1-minute, 19-second mark. Minnetonka has 1 timeout. Mustangs have 2. Inside Mustang territory, it is a 1st and 10 at the 45.
Well, Mr. Tollefson's too good luck here. You got to give him the microphone back for this drive.
Okay, well, Luke, you can do color right now while we're doing it. You're on, buddy. You got to flip it up. That's what Peter says. Here we go.
Tyler back there alone. A little screen pass here, Jackson. 6 yards right there to Jackson Iverson from Tyler Lean.
This could be Luke Tollefson's 2nd career now. He's on the mic with me here in the booth. Job security is an issue for me. All right, single setback.
Jackson Iverson has Wildcat back there.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at that. See, it takes a quarterback to spot Jackson Iverson in the Wildcat spot. He's seen that more than I have, so I'm going to defer to him. We're going to let Luke do the play-by-play for the balance of the half here, which is hopefully 3 or 4 more plays and a touchdown.
Hard to say we're going to run here. A lot of different options. Probably a pass play, maybe try and get some. 2nd and 4 is not too bad, so maybe try and see what we can do here. Hopefully take a shot. We'll see.
All right, well, you heard it first from our former starting quarterback, Luke Tollefson. They had a really good senior season going, and now he's in the booth with me rehabbing. But you like the Wildcat?
I like the Wildcat. It brings a kind of interesting dynamic with Jackson Iverson playing quarterback. Probably confuses teams a little bit when Tyler open out as a wide receiver. So I think it's a good move to pull out every once in a while.
All right, guys, so see if after the stoppage they change it up. In fact, they do. Leon back at quarterback here. Here we go, Luke. It's all yours.
All right, 2nd and 4, 2 backs in the backfield. Jackson Iverson in motion. Ball snap, Tyler rolls the outside. Pass to Jackson Iverson for a first down. About 10 yards on the play, down to the 30-yard line.
Well,
Hurry up. It's a handoff to Ben Tolkien right up the middle. Nice little hole opened up, 5-yard gain, maybe 6. Offense still in hurry up. Tyler Lean all alone. Shotgun position. Ball is snapped. Throw to Jackson Iverson, a little off target. Really close, just really close. All right. 3rd and 5, 16 seconds left. Braden Fisk running off the field. Tyler Lean again, solo in the backfield. Shotgun. Ben Tolkien in motion. Tyler dropping back. Deep throw and falls incomplete around the 10-yard line. Intended for Jackson Iverson, just a little off target. Bring up 4th and 5. And it looks like Pierce Sabilla is going to head out there for the field goal attempt. Looks like a 43-yard field goal attempt. Timeout, Mounds View. Looks like they're attempting to ice the kicker here.
absolutely.
Now we've seen Pierce Sabilla on the kickoffs here. He's got a big leg. Seen him make some of these in practice, so we'll see here. Probably around 45, so this is probably right at kind of his limit here. So we'll see if he can make it.
Well, Minnetonka's either going to go into halftime. I'm not stealing the mic from Luke. We'll let him take the play-by-play as we get in, but this one's big, folks.
Quarterback Tyler Lane holding the ball. Senior number 36, Pierce Sabilla, getting lined up to kick the field goal. And Mounds View ices the kicker again. Mounds View calling their, seems like, final timeout of the first half.
Reminds me of a Sunday, right? Coaching isn't real different. They're icing the kicker. Yeah, don't forget to join us for halftime. We're going to retire some jersey numbers here at Minnetonka, and should be a pretty special show.
And here we are lined up for the third time. Everyone in position, ready to make the kick. Snap is good, kick is up, and kick is good. 43-yard boot from Pierce Zabilla. And he had extra yards on that one. What a kick. It appears the Skippers will go into halftime with a nice 3-point lead, and will come out and receive the ball second half.
Awesome. Thanks, Luke. Really nice job. Really great to see Minnetonka get some points before half here. We do have 7.3 seconds left in the first half, and Zabilla converts from 43, I guess. And awfully big leg by Zabilla. I think he got a good yard or two to spare. All right, here, Luke, here's your question. Kickoff deep or squib?
For me personally, I'd probably just kick it deep. Looks like they haven't really had much in the return so far. May as well not change it up. You never know. Squibs can work well, but you never know when you're trying to kick a squib. It could change up the return, confuse people a little bit. Don't want to risk anything like that.
All right, well, there you go. We'll see what special teams does here, but likely, or at least probably, the last play of the first half. Minnetonka 10, Mounds View 7. Here's the kick. It's a squib.
And it is a squib. Return to 30 to about the 35-yard line. Not much there. Out of bounds. 4.9 seconds left in the clock. See what Mounds View is going to do here.
Okay, sure.
First and 10 from the 35-yard.
Luke, if you're the Mounds View quarterback, what do you do here?
I'm probably just going to kneel it. Looks like that's what he's doing right now. Probably don't want to risk anything. Just threw an interception last time on offense, so probably not feeling too confident. And there it is, the kneel to end the half.
Well, it turns out you were right, folks. That is the end of the first half here with your score at Minnetonka. Minnetonka 7, Mounds View 7. Zabilla's 43-yard kick puts them on top. Boy, don't go anywhere for halftime. We're going to require a couple of jerseys, and you're going to see a video presentation from one of the retirees of the jersey who can't make it tonight, but at least not live. And it should be kind of fun for everybody that's been around Minnetonka for more than a couple of years. So again, folks, stick around. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you turn your attention to midfield for a special ceremony. Tonight, the Minnetonka football program will retire the jerseys for 3 of its former greats, Keith Nord, Benny Jocko, and Phil Allen. The retired numbers will be displayed in the scoreboard on the south end of the field. As each former player's number is retired, their banner will be revealed on the south end there. We begin tonight by honoring Keith Nord. Keith Nord played defensive back and running back early in his career at Minnetonka High School before his senior year. Head coach George Sukup and assistant coach Joe Lane handed Nord the quarterbacking reins. Graduating from Minnetonka at 5 feet 9 inches and 150 pounds, he worked hard lifting, running, and throwing the football over the summer. He arrived at St. Cloud State a full 3 inches taller and 30 pounds heavier. When a shoulder injury forced him to give up on playing quarterback, he became a defensive back and one of the best Division II players in the country. After graduation from college, Keith began a 7-year career with the Minnesota Vikings. He was a Viking team captain and was awarded 5 game balls, which is the highest compliment a team can give to a team member. As a player with the Vikings, Nord was named the Muscular Dystrophy and March of Dimes Citizen Athlete of the Year. He was also the Vikings NFL Man of the Year for his commitment to community service. Keith would say his best compliment would come from an interview with NFL coach Pete Carroll when he was asked who was the greatest overachiever you've coached, and he answered Keith Nord. That is what he wanted his kids to remember about his NFL career. Keith used to yell out the door every morning when the kids were leaving for school, "Make something of yourself." Sadly, Keith passed away September 19th, 2018. He is survived by his wife, Jen, and their 5 kids, Katie, Alex, Emerson, Easton, and Avery. There are over 100 friends and family here today. Showing support, including Keith's mother, Virginia, his 2 sisters, Cheryl and Kim, and his grandson, David. Congratulations, Keith Nord and family. Ladies and gentlemen, next up we honor Benny Jaffrew. A 4-year letter winner and 2-year starter and tight end for the University of Michigan. Benny Jaffrew played in 46 career games and made 24 starts. Jaffrew caught 85 career passes and 8 touchdowns. In 2002, he was elected captain of a Michigan team that would go on to finish ranked 9th in the country. He was named to the All-American First Team by Pro Football Weekly as a senior after setting a school record for receptions in a season by a tight end with 53 catches, a record that still stands today in Michigan's storied 130-year-old record book. Benny was the first of 6 Wolverines selected in the 2003 NFL Draft by the Houston Texans in the 2nd round. He played 5 seasons in the NFL from 2003 to 2007 with the Houston Texans and Seattle Seahawks. His older brother, J.J., Minnetonka class of '94, earned a football scholarship to the University of Arizona. His younger brother, Chris, Minnetonka class of 2005, helped Coach Nelson lead Minnetonka to their first state championship in 2004 and earned a football scholarship to the University of Utah. His parents, Kay and Sheldon, are both proud alumni of the University of North Dakota. Here, in support of Benny today, amongst many friends and family, are 3 of his former Michigan teammates. A member of the Michigan's 1997 National Championship team, Rudy Smith, former Dallas Cowboys QB and New York Yankee Drew Henson, and former Carolina Panther Dayton DeMuth. Benny Jaffrew, congratulations! And next up, we honor Bo Allen. Bo Allen, a 4-year starter at nose guard for the Skippers, earned All-State honors his senior year. After graduating in 2010, Bo played for the Wisconsin Badgers, setting a team record for consecutive games played at 54. Bo earned academic All-Big Ten honors and was voted All-Big Ten honorable mention 3 times during his career. He played in 3 Rose Bowls and 1 Capital One Bowl. In 2013, Bo was voted the Badgers Defensive Player of the Year. Drafted in the 7th round by the Philadelphia Eagles in 2014, Bo played 4 years in the defensive line, playing in all but 1 game. Bo was part of the 2017 Super Bowl champions, defeating the New England Patriots at US Bank Stadium just 20 minutes from his home. He signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2018 and is currently in his 2nd year with the Bucs. Bo is active in community and charitable work. He climbed Mount Kilimanjaro with the NFL Man of the Year Chris Long to raise funds for waterboys.org, a non-profit organization to provide life-sustaining drinking water to communities in need. Bo is also an annual supporter of NFL's crucial Hatch to Combat Cancer, as well as Minnesota's Tackle Cancer campaigns. Bo also works with the First Quarter for Literacy initiative to place over 80,000 books in the hands of children in the underserved neighborhoods of Tampa Bay and beyond. Please direct your attention to the screen for a video.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Bo Allen here, Minnetonka alumni, Super Bowl champion, and current Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I just want to thank everybody for everything they've done for me. Retiring my number is such an incredible honor. I'm very humbled. Really appreciate Skipper Nation, Coach Nelson, Coach Buck, all the coaches that have been there for me. We have an incredible fan base, incredible stadium and facilities at Minnetonka, and it's truly a privilege to play there and have my number retired. Thank you so much. Go Skippers.
Thank you, Bo Allen. Once again, fans, another round of applause for all of our junior retirement honorees. Keep going. Thank you, Bo Allen. The real presence in your place here in Minnetonka. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome the Minnetonka Varsity Performance Dance Team. This broadcasting the crew via Harry Johnson. The team is led by officers Captain Anna Kugley, Lexi Lacombe, Megan Lynch, Maddie Ryerson, Sydney, and Nia Moore. Tonight they'll be performing to their party mix routine.
Well, I know they're going to watch the broadcast, folks. We're back for the halftime activities where we retired some jersey numbers, but we do want to shout out to Larry and Carol Ishii, right? Make sure it's on the dad side of the family here, who are vacationing in Tennessee, but ordinarily at the game. So their grandson, number 22, Ishii, is the epitome of a football player. Ishii, along with Tollefson and the middle inside backers there, have done a tremendous job all year round and really represent some of the best of the linebackers we've ever had in the middle there, and that's coming from Coach Clough. So hopefully you didn't miss the halftime number retirement, but we retired Keith Nord, who played for the Vikings here, played at Minnetonka. We retired Benny Jopru's number, who went on to play at Michigan, held some records there, and went on to have a nice NFL career. And near and dear to my heart during my time involvement here at Minnetonka, my claim to fame with Bo is that I fit his first helmet. He didn't start playing football until he was in 7th grade, and I took one look at the kid, And I ran over to Coach Nelson and I said, hey, I'm going to need to go in your equipment room and find a helmet because I don't have anything to fit this guy. So Bo Allen, his number retired, and of course now he couldn't make the presentation because he's actively playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And after 4 years in a Super Bowl championship with Philadelphia Eagles. So good things come out of Minnetonka football. And clearly those three players are proof perfect of that. So we're going to take about a 5-minute break here. You can watch the band, and we'll be right back for the second half of football here in Minnetonka.
Tonight's recipient of the glorious white plume is Skylar Seeds. Please look for the glorious white plume as Skylar Seeds marches her show. Drum Major Carl Schmidt, is your band ready? Minnetonka Marching Band, you may now take the field for your halftime performance.
We're enjoying the halftime show by Minnetonka Marching Band here, and it's Peter Amstutz with you at halftime on YouTube. Thanks for joining. Feel please to support the YouTube channel. Go ahead and take a second and hit subscribe. That'll really help us out. If we get to a certain number of subscribers, we'll be able to really make this channel take off. So please do that for us. Time is ticking down here at the end of halftime, and the Minnetonka football team is ready to get back onto the field. We've been had a pleasure to join with Minnetonka quarterback Luke Tollefson has joined us in the booth tonight, and we'll make sure to hear more from him in the second half. I want to say hi to Bill Campine, who's watching us in the great state of Tennessee in Nashville. Mr. Campine, great big football fan, great football player, and we're glad that he's watching. I also want to say hello to Autumn Muldowney in prestigious West Bloomington, and I want to say hello to her and all her friends and family as well down there. So we're getting ready. They put 3 more minutes on the big clock here for warm-ups. Had a long halftime due to the jersey retirements, and then, of course, the performance dance team show. As you see, the skippers now coming back onto the field. Minnetonka with that 10-7 lead here in the halftime. It was quarterback Tyler Leon diving in from a yard out for that touchdown, and then Pierce Zabilla, as time was dwindling in the first half, was able to connect on a long field goal to make it 10-7 Skippers. Thanks again for joining us. Please hit subscribe. That will really help us. I want to also say hello to Everett Amstutz and Cale Pfeffer, who couldn't be here tonight. They'll be here all the remaining games and be on the video and computer production. And it's much more difficult to run the webcast without them, but we're making it through. Stay tuned with us. We're going to be back with the second half kickoff in just a minute.
In the fight against cancer is humbling, and we are privileged to be a part of it. We hope that our variety of fun events and sales will generate more school and community spirit to achieve our goal of raising awareness and money to tackle cancer. Ladies and gentlemen, buckets are being passed, so please give generously and help us tackle cancer. Doing nothing is no longer an option. How will you help Tonka tackle cancer?
Got a good look there at Corey Lundgren on the sidelines. Junior offensive lineman, and of course there's Coach Nelson just a few steps away from him. So we're getting ready to start here. The second half of action turned out to be still a warm night, but not quite as warm as it was before. I think Roger's about ready to join us back here on the air.
Well, Peter, we're back here at the end of the halftime here. Minnetonka's on top 10-7, and
looks like we'll receive the kick here, Roger. Tolkien, and I believe that's Iverson back deep for the Skippers.
Minnetonka on top, 10-7 here. 12 minutes on the clock at signalizing the start of the third quarter here. And Minnetonka set to receive. Iverson and Tolkien back. Iverson is on the left, and it's going to go to Iverson. Iverson picks it up, drops it, regains his composure. No, the ball's going to be ruled down, even though he's out. It's first down, Minnetonka. It's not a fumble. Well, the Mustang fans not happy with that call, Pete.
Yeah, well, we've seen slow whistles pretty much all year. You expect that when there is a whistle blown, that means the official clearly saw that the knee was down.
Absolutely. That was not, again, and from our perspective, it's on the far side, but, as much as we periodically will have an opinion different than the refs, they generally do a great job here in Minnetonka and in high school around the state of Minnesota. So, Leon, the quarterback, Tolkien in the setback next to him. Now we have a flag for some reason, or a Minnetonka takes a timeout. Not entirely sure how that or why that is, but they saw something they didn't like, Peter.
Well, that's interesting. You normally don't take the kickoff and then call a timeout. Looked like they were coming in under center, which is something that we don't see a lot of. So
we've seen that twice.
Maybe they decided they either didn't want to do that or they want to do something different. Anyway, you've got third quarter sponsors, Raj.
Well, I do, Pete, and I appreciate the reminder. So our third quarter sponsors, we'll read half of them. It's Minnesota Inboard, Youngsteads, Cambria, Kowalski's, Alaris, Maynard's, and here we go, folks. Here's now the first play. Leon, defense shifting their line a little bit. Leon's going to throw it, fake punts. Oh, he underthrows Tolkien in there on a little swing pass, and it'll be a 2nd and 10.
So first play from scrimmage, they try a safe pass, just didn't connect on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 10.
Minnetonka generally been in hurry up all year, and not different this game. Leon, the shotgun quarterback, one back next to him, two receivers on the near side to Minnetonka, hands off to, oh boy. Well, Tolkien in there on no gain. Hey, we always like to do some shout outs, so we want to shout out to Rowan and Karen Belknap, listening in Austin, Texas. Their grandparents are number 10, which is Minnetonka quarterback Sam Hampshire, who's a senior. Came in and did a really good job when Luke Tollefson got hurt. So, 11:24 left on the game clock here in the third quarter. Minnetonka now in a less than enviable 3rd and about 14 position. They're on their own 17-yard line. Leon, shotgun formation, brings a man in motion, flip past Iverson. Iverson gets a little bit of a crack in the dike. He loses the ball, and we'll see if they're going to rule that down. I'm not sure. I think they do rule that down, and that's going to be a fumble, and that's going to happen once in a while. And I said Jackson had carried that out a few times, and the speedy, really fast backs sometimes, anyway, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. So a really ugly turn of events here, a turnover in the early goings of the third quarter, and gives Mounds View Mustangs a really good field position, 1st and 10 on our 29. 23, check that.
Not the way you'd want to start for the Skippers. A good chance for the defense to stand tall here.
Well, the defense has had a couple of nice defensive stops here. High snap, hands off the left, and he gets really. Now he maybe lost the ball. I'm not sure who got it back. What we have is back-to-back fumbles. I think Minnetonka's got it. Yeah, they do. So, how about that for a strange turn of events? Back-to-back fumbles, and Minnetonka's defense falls on that. Well, that's the other Tollefson getting that recovery there. So, awesome experience here. One brother now forced to play for the other brother who's out on injured reserve. 10:54 left in the third quarter. 10-7, Minnetonka on top after double fumbles here. Now they get the ball back. Worst field position. Leon calling out the centers, hands it off, inside handoff, counter. Nice play there. A quick hitter. Ben Tokinen on the carry. Checking in for Minnetonka, number 16, Adam Davis. So that'll be a first down, and he gets it.
Yeah, good hard run there by Tolkien to get that first down. Like that a lot better than the fumble.
Right.
You know, a little sloppy coming out of the half. We'll see if they settle down.
Well, exactly, Peter. So here we are here. Tolkien in the single setback next to Leon. Leon's going to bring a man in motion, which is Iverson. Now they have three guys deep right next to themselves. Hands off to Iverson. Nope, keeps it himself. He's got some room. He's at the 40, the 50, the 45. Oh, he gets tripped up out of bounds. The sophomore quarterback, Leon, gets that baby all the way out inside Mustang territory. Call it at about the 34-yard line. A big first down by the sophomore quarterback, Leon.
Big chunk of yardage there. I think one of the Mounds View players did trip him up. At first I thought it was just the turf, but they do give credit on a tackle there, Roger.
Well, I did think so too, Pete, not the turf monster, which we've seen the turf monster everywhere at whatever level. So 1st and 10, Minnetonka inside Mustang territory. We're at the 9:54 mark, Minnetonka on top, 7-10. Leon brings his offense out. He's now the only no Wildcat here. Nope, yep, Wildcat. Iverson right up the middle. And he's going to get brought down, but not before he gets a first down. And I think I prefer Wildcat for Jackson to run the ball. So Jackson Iverson, tackled by number 2 for the Mustangs. Jake Radebaum. And Radebaum's holding a knee, so it'll be an injury timeout. And it'll be 1st and 10 Minnetonka. Pete, your thoughts?
Well, I think, running that Iverson, Wildcat, whatever, we should ask Mr. Towson what he calls it over there. But great to get the ball into his hands and gets the first down. Now we're in, I say the ball's marked at about the 24-yard line, so not quite in the red zone. And, it's been a very nice drive so far, Roger.
Well, a really spectacular play by the quarterback. Now, Pete, since we've been doing the games 4 years together, we always have running quarterbacks. Our offense is built around a running quarterback. And sometimes when Severson was quarterback, we'd say, gee, you're running him too much. However, tonight, I think that's Leon's first carry, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe one other one early, but definitely his most prolific run of the night.
Really caught him off guard. Now we got a little lineup issue here. Two's got to leave. Two's got to go off the field. There was an injury timeout, and now they figure out that, if you got injured and you sat down, and Jesse Nelson kind of was chirping there in the officials' ears, and
pretty standard rule,
well,
right? If you
it's a
stop
rule.
The game to get hurt,
right? You got to go out. Much the same as a helmet that pops off. You got to leave the field of play for a play. Anyway, here we go. Leon, long snap, good snap. He's going to carry it again. This time he's getting tackled from behind and he'll lose a yard on that play, but Hunt on the tackle.
Yeah, credit to Hunt. He hunted that one down, if you will, and
Pete
got him from behind. So it does set up a 2nd and 11. You know, I like the idea of letting Leon run again. Obviously, they figured it out that time. We'll see what they do here.
So the fullback, Quincell, checks out. So a little personnel change here for Minnetonka. Can't really see, but I'm guessing Ishii's in. He is, in fact. So I don't know if I call this a power format, but sometimes we get the ball to Ishii on this play. Let's see if this is that play. Ishii delays. He goes out. That is intended. It's, oh, you know what? He got rushed. You know what? Credit 52 with a hurry up there, but that was going to Ishii. And that play, he was wide open, by the way. He does a delay, you know, off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Floats out into the flats. Unfortunate.
No one within 4 or 5 yards of him there. He would have had a nice run. You know, once he gets the balls in his hands, he's a
hard runner for a defensive player, right? So that's one that got away. 8:24 left in the third quarter. Minnetonka on top, 10-7. Leon calling out the center snaps. He's in shotgun. He hands off to Tokinen. Nope, he throws. Intended for number 23 for Minnetonka, which of course is Brandon Fiske. And just not thrown properly. Carson May comes back in now, number 79, who had missed it. Why not kick a field goal?
Yeah, Zabilla's got one long one tonight. They're going to spot this at about the 31, Roger.
And so he's at the, what, 24? This will be a shorter kick. So Zabilla to try the field goal. Good snap. The kick is up, and it is good! At the 8:15 mark, Minnetonka has to settle for a field goal, but the score now at the 8:15 mark of the third quarter, Minnetonka 13, Mounds View 7. Well, the play that really would have made a difference there is somehow I think 52 from the Mustangs, A.J. Hunt, who's coming from that outside linebacker. He blitzed on that play. Nobody picked him up, and so it caused Leon to have a rushed, hurried-up throw. But he did have Tollefson all alone in the left flats there, and that one would have certainly been a first down. But wisely, Minnetonka, and you know, it certainly becomes more pronounced at the higher levels of football, but the kicking game is super important here. And Minnetonka's Zabilla kicks that 31-yarder, Pete. Is that what you got? Here's Zabilla's kick. This one's a long floater, gonna be driven into the end zone. Nope, that'll be a touchback. So, you know, 41-yarder rather. Check that on the field goal. So we got a 43 and a 41, which are pretty significant kicks from a high school kicker. So well, we'd like to find. I'll have Peter Podcast, also known as Peter Amstutz, check the EP score. Maybe a report that maybe be a slow start for the Eagles. So Mounds View now. Nope, that's going to be. Delay a game or timeout. So it looks like timeout right before. That would be a sideline timeout. So timeout for the Mustangs. And uncharacteristically here, each team at the 8:15 mark of the third quarter have used a timeout pretty early in the second half to burn those, but they saw something they didn't like. I'll tell you the game. So Eden Prairie was down to Shakopee at half, which would be an unusual halftime score, but I think I'd like to get a score for the Wayzata St. Michael Albertville game.
Yeah, I want to say hello to Johnny Vigor, who's out here with me. Of course, Dan Vigor played both ways, actually, for the Skippers, and is now playing in college, so shout out to him.
Well, that's awesome. So 8:15, here we go. First and 20. Left side sweep. Nice yardage. Ends up being stopped by number 35, which is, of course, Sandler Tollefson on the stop there.
So again, we hear Sandler Tollefson's name. I was saying a couple weeks ago, we called his name about 7 or 8 times in a row, Roger. Just always there to make the tackle.
Well, the 2 leading tacklers would be Ishii and Tollefson. So here we go. High snap, up the right, and not going to happen. And a really awesome play. This time Minnetonka stops him with number 24, Velgersdijk. And we've had a few days where, okay, maybe "we" is the wrong word. I've said Velgersdijk wrong, but third game into the year, I got her down.
Yeah. And you're right. You're going to have to learn his name because we've got 4 more games left after this, and he's going to keep making tackles too.
Well, plus the playoffs. By the way, we'll take it through the playoffs as long as we're allowed. All right, here we go. Big third down play, third and about 3. Handoff up the middle. He's going to be stopped short if I have my druthers on it. That's short. So really big Minnetonka stop there, I believe. They might have to measure that. Oh, no, I'm wrong about that. Is she the last guy getting up? Pete, did it look like you should be measuring that one?
Well, I think his initial progress was short, and then he pushed himself forward and right at the line to gain. So I think that's probably a good call.
Well, and if you have a laptop with high def, you probably saw that before I did. I'm in the booth, so I don't have that advantage, if you will. Here we go. Single setback, shotgun formation, hands off to the single back, off the right side, and a little bit of a slow whistle. Carry on the play by number 14. Haven't seen him very often. Don't have a number for him. How's that? I got a roster with no 14 for Mounds View. Ishii on the stop. Crino Gurley checks out. Carvon Gurley. Crino's the dad there. Check that. Dad's a coach, so Michael Allen coming back in. So 2nd and 7 here. There's another whistle. I think we have a lineup issue. Well, they moved the ball back a little bit, so maybe an improper spot. Here we go. Both crowds into this game. High snap, hand up the middle. He's going to fall very close to the first down. So a pretty good run by the Mustangs there. Gets 6 or 7.
They've had success on the ground, especially between the tackles. Tried to run it outside a few times, less successful, but the power running game is, they've only got 1 touchdown, but it's been moving the ball.
Allen checks out now. Carvon Gurley. Well, did he see movement, or was it just defensive offsides?
Yeah, I think you might get a couple. I'm not sure.
Well, there's our answer, Pete.
Yeah. So that's an automatic first down. Enough yards for the first down there on the penalty.
Well,
Carvon Gurley got his money's worth on it.
Well, he did. At least, you got to ring the bell a little bit. But I'm sure he saw something, but the referees didn't see the same thing. Well, not much on first down there. And I'm looking at number 70 for the Mustangs. He came out hunting somebody there from I think it was a left guard. He's listed at 330, Pete. So.
Yeah, not a small guy. They've got some big guys.
They got some beef on their line, too.
Speaking of big guys, have you seen Lowry tonight?
No, and I noticed he wasn't starting, and I don't have an explanation for that.
Right, so we're used to seeing both Gurley and Lowry right there in the middle of the line.
Right.
Hasn't been the case tonight.
At the beginning, we saw Lowry at an end, and we moved him to nose. But here we go. Minnetonka got 8 guys on the line of scrimmage, and they don't get by. Russ, number 42 on the Elijah Russ there. So makes a nice stop for very little gain. 3rd and 9, Peter.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Russ, and here sets up a good, ideal situation for Minnetonka. I'm guessing Mounds View might test out the air now that they have to go 8 yards.
Well, and you know, early in the season, I thought we played our corners a little soft on this play, you know, but 3 receivers set to the left side, 1 to the right, single setback. Looks like a screen, Pete. Well, he's not going to get it. And Tollefson on the stop there. So he's short, and I don't think down by 6 on your opponent's 49-yard line, you go for 4th and 4, but we'll see.
Yeah, we saw them try to draw Minnetonka off sides.
Well,
in a
and I
similar
see
situation.
big number 77 now. He's listed at 260. 25-second clock down to 18. Signaling in a play. I don't see their punting unit, Peter.
Yeah, the big clock stopped here, just under 4 minutes to go, and here comes 4th down.
Well, and I think they'll try to draw us off sides on a hard snap count. But they're going for it. Throws deep, got a man, overthrew him. Oh, you got to hit that guy there, boy, Pete. He's all alone. So, Tolkien back in coverage, and I don't think we want to talk about the coverage, Pete.
So we got some guys playing both ways. Running back and the wideout, Iverson and Tolkien, were back in defense there on that 3rd and 8, Roger.
Well, and that was one that was fortunate not to be caught because he did have a few yards in between him and the closest Minnetonka player, but it's a turnover on downs, Peter. So Leon comes back into the quarterback. Tolkien is to his left. Iverson split wide to the right. Hand off to Tolkien, has to get around the corner. Oh, and you know what? They're going to call a block in the back, which is, I got to tell you, I don't agree with the call, but, holding, but still, you know, if it was anyway, it is a hold. How's that? That's all I'm going to say now.
Yeah, I'm still kind of surprised that we had both Tolkien and Iverson out on. I don't think we've seen that this year out in the secondary. I don't think I've seen Tolkien on the field for a defensive play all season. So
this game you have.
This game I have.
At least he's been out there for a while.
A couple times, yeah.
So after the penalty is assessed, it's 1st and a long ways, if you will, probably 30, maybe 20 rather. Leon hands off. Nope, keeps it, calls his own numbers, got a little bit of grain, gets about 5 almost. Tyler Leon on his quarterback read option. They bring up a 2nd down. However, it'll be 2nd down and about 16.
Yeah, tick down to about 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, Roger. Minnetonka up by 6, and here's a 2nd long.
Well, 2nd and long. He's got 3 receivers set here, and single, nobody else in the backfield besides Leon. Now he brings in Tolkien. He's going to throw a little screen. That could be, nope, that's incomplete. So,
yeah, they try to get the ball back over to Iverson. Just didn't quite connect on that one. Not sure it would have gotten very many yards as a result, but it was incomplete nonetheless. So sets up probably one of the first really 3rd and longs that we've seen Minnetonka in tonight.
Absolutely, Peter. Number 86 from Minnetonka checks in. Unfortunately, he changed jersey, so I don't have a name for him, but the wind is blowing a little bit now. So 3rd and 16, ball's on the 42-yard line. Iverson in a slot spot over to the left side. Outside corner blitz, throws the ball, batted down, intercepted. Well, the quarterback stops him.
Yeah, batted ball. You never want to see the same guy who threw the pass may have to make the tackle, but that's what happened there. Tyler Leon makes the stop after a deflected ball is picked off. Sets up Mounds View in pretty good shape here at about the 38-yard line, Roger.
Well, and you know, there's been several batted balls, right? And they have all, that one is the classic tip drill. but it goes right down into the hands. Maybe you and I, Peter, could have caught that. But nonetheless, it is a turnover. It's an interception for the Mustangs. And so they're 1st and 10 inside Minnetonka territory at the 38-yard line. 2:42 left in the third quarter for our viewers and listeners. Oh boy, all alone out there on the right flats, and he's got some room, and he's going to get kind of corralled out of bounds, but not before he gets very close to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, big chunk of yardage there from Mounds View. Gets them right into the red zone on one play after getting that interception, Roger. So a big momentum change happening right now.
Well, there is a big momentum swing right now, Peter, but you know, in a way, you're 6 points out of 2 field goals makes it a closer game. In fact, Minnetonka not able to score here. Oh, there's a hold. Let's see if they caught. Oh, I can't believe they didn't see that. Clock is going to stop, and he's not going to gain any yards. That might be a loss.
Another tackle for Sandler Tollefson there on the far side. They said his forward progress was stopped before he stepped out, so they are still. Clock is still running here. We're about 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Yeah. So not run out of bounds. Clock is going to tick. We're at the 2-minute mark. 2-minute mark and 2 seconds right now. It's a 2nd and 10. Hands off to the go-to back, number 7. He's going to have pretty much a first down. Did he drop it? I don't think so. So it'll be a very short yards required for the first down now.
I think they're going to credit him with about 8 yards there, Roger. Sets up a 3rd and manageable for the Mounds View Mustangs. And obviously a big stand again here. The skipper's only up by 6.
Well, here comes Iverson and Ben Tokinen. And T-Butt been getting number 7 for the Mustangs. Carvon, 24, of course, which is Velgersdijk on the initial stop, and then Carvon Gurley comes in and finishes. So Velgersdijk and Gurley on a stop for really, I think, I didn't see people. It was, I think, a big significant loss, 3-yard loss maybe?
Yeah, they're going to mark him back. It's going to be 4th and 4 is the listing, and now I see a field goal unit on the field. I think this is number 13 is in to kick for Mounds View.
Well, that's Jack Roper here set to kick. I'm always a little bit leery here of, well, this is going to stop this one, and you hope that it's a, you hope that it's an offside or a illegal procedure, and in fact it is a legal procedure, so he gets a chance to think about that. So with the illegal procedure, that'll move the Mustangs back. Ben Samuel, the kicker for the Mustangs here. What do you got for a holder? 8, Pete? Yeah. Samuel set to kick. He's got 14-13 on the 25-second clock. Long delay here. Looking from the sidelines. Could number 8 be a quarterback and somebody's going to drift out? Or they're going to wait for the quarter, Pete. All right, there we go. I kind of scratched my head a little bit on that one.
Yeah. So here we go into the 4th quarter. They're gonna kick with the wind, as Roger's pointing out. So rather than the kicking into the wind on this, looks like it's gonna be about a 31-yarder, Rog.
Yeah, and you know, but I would tell you now, if you look at the flag on veterans, Pete, maybe get a shot of that flag on vets. There you go. Now, if I'm from an amateur sailor's perspective, I'm going to suggest that's a 7 to 10 mile an hour wind, and so why wouldn't a team let the quarter expire and have the wind at your back? So a pretty good coaching position. I thought that was a good coaching call. and maybe just to let's let the quarter run out, get the wind at our back. Well, yeah, number 9's a holder. He's listed as an outside linebacker, I think, Peter, or a wideout. So who knows? So now we're at the start of the fourth quarter. Minnetonka up by 6. The Mustangs set to kick a field goal with the wind at their back. Good snap. Blocked! Minnetonka blocks it! Blocked. And that one was blocked and returned by Valgersdijk.
So ball was just a little bit of a low line drive, was blocked. Valgersdijk picked it up. They did give credit to the block here at the PA, but I missed it.
And I can't tell if, all I know is he picked it up. I think he maybe blocked it. Luke, who blocked it? Okay. Well, we know who picked up that block, and here we go. Minnetonka 1st and 10. They're at their own 45-yard line. Leon hands off Tolkinen. Got some room, going to pick up about 4+.
So, Roger, Minnetonka has had the lead in the fourth quarter so far this year. Hasn't been able to get away with a win. Big drive here, I would say, for the Skippers. Any points that you get on this drive could be big.
Adam Davis checks in here, and number 86 for Minnetonka, which we don't have on the roster. So he changed jerseys, and I apologize, but wide receiver split to the right, slot left. Iverson now, who was a slot, comes back to line up next to Leon. And it's a give to Iverson, and no, it's not, it's a fake. Leon calls his own. I love the call. I got fooled. Hey, just a little update on our tackle cancer run. Right now, we have $2,264.45, which is a really great, that's just tonight. That's the collection tonight. So Minnetonka, also a great place to go to school, but a generous community here, donating over $2,200 to tackle cancer. Amy Barth does a great job of spearheading that program and is a workaholic. Now we got Leon under center, rare. Iverson in motion right. Fake handoff, he rolls, throws it. Oh boy, that's Russ, I think number 17, Adam Davis. Davis on the reception. And he runs it, gets a nice, that's Gadarian. I gotta see here. So Gadarian changed numbers on the roster, so, you know, what I read that just totally wrong. That's my fault, but Gadarian on a beautiful reception, and then some nice yards after the run. Now Luke Tollefson, who's next to me in the booth, is laughing at me, and that's really humiliating. Although I'm gonna get over it. Adam Davis is 17. I just need new contacts. Here we go. Iverson up the middle, fighting, scraping, gets a couple. That's twice now. Gadarian there. I owe him 2 apologies because I did something else and he was the guy, and I didn't see it that way.
2nd and 8 here, Roger.
2nd and 8.
9 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. And again, a big drive here for the Skippers.
Well, and again, Pete, really too close of a game to call, even if Minnetonka scores, but it really would be a momentum shift here. Leon, quarterback, he's got Tolkinen, and that one didn't work from the get-go there. Yeah, 21 for the Mustangs. This is Brendan Dugan. He's going to lose about 3 on that one, or maybe they're going to mark it 2, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, they say they've lost a 4, 3rd and 12 now, Roger,
okay.
At the 14.
8:52 left in the game, guys. Minnetonka on top, 13-7. Inside the red zone here. Ball's at the 14, but a big 3rd and 12. Underneath center, gonna hand it off. Oh boy, makes it tough on the coaches, but a nice run by Tolkinen right up the middle. And he gets about 7-8 yards. And so now, and we're sending in the kicking team. Zabilla's going to come back out and see if he can be 3 for 3.
It's had 2 40-plus yarders, Roger. This one they're going to set down. Looks like they'll set it right at the 15, so a 25-yard attempt here.
So this will be a 25-yard attempt for Pierce Zabilla. The snap looks good. The kick is up, and it is good. So at the 8:58 mark of the fourth quarter, Minnetonka 16, the Mustangs 7. So 11 points.
Yeah, all Pierce Zabilla does is make field goals. Beautiful kicks, all 3 of them, end over end, right through the uprights, and a 9-point lead now. That's a little more secure. It's a 2-score game now.
Well, a big difference, Peter, and. Yeah, I said 11, which I'm a victim of public school, so it's a 9-point lead. It's awesome. And, you know, I talked a little bit about the kicking game being so important, and Pierce Zabilla comes through in the clutch there. He's 3 for 3 tonight. I think his long was 43, 41, and then a 25. So.
I was listening to LaTroy Hawkins from the coach on the Twins talking about how he thinks the relief pitcher for the Twins should be the MVP. I mean, tonight you might have a kicker as your MVP.
Well, we used to do that. Maybe we bring that back. Minnetonka set to kick. Zabilla's kick is a high, long kick. Going to be fielded at about the 5. Straight up, gets by one guy, got a little break in the action. He gets a nice return there. Finally kind of wrestled down by Minnetonka, number 36. The kicker. Oh, we don't like connecting those dots.
He's padding his stats for tonight's MVP, Roger.
Now he just wanted a tackle. What a show off. Hey, I'd like to tell you one of our first sponsors is Cafe Time. It's in Chanhassen. It's in the Cub Anchored Center. It's a great farm-to-table restaurant. The owner and the chef is Jessica Pettingill, and I ate there the other day with Lisa, and it was really terrific. If you tell them that you heard about it on the broadcast, you'll have a free non-alcoholic beverage. Here we go, 1st and 10, Mustangs. Nope. Referee sees something. I'm guessing illegal procedure. And I am either a genius or it is illegal procedure, false start on the Mustangs.
I'll go with you're a genius.
Thank you, Peter. Well, so we're at the 7:50 mark. Minnetonka up by 9. And Mounds View really needs, if you're a Mounds View fan of the Mustangs, they need a sustained drive here. He's going to throw right out there. Oh, boy. A little mix-up there. Little mix-up there with the route and the receiver and the quarterback. Number 13 for Mounds View, which is Jack Rober, and he was the intended receiver.
Yeah, it looked like Raber was on a different page there. He was going deep, never turned around. The ball was behind him. Results in a 2nd and 15 after that penalty.
Well, here comes Iverson and Tolkien in at safety and corner. And there's a throw out to the right side. And the nice stop on the play, a couple-yard gain, but a nice tackle by Ben Conan.
Did you know many guys who played running back and then came out and played safety, Roger?
Traditionally, not a ton of them. We had a few safeties or D-backs that could run in a situation. I think of our twins, Key and D, Keandre, but that's a few years ago, and you'd have to be a longtime fan. So this is a big play here, maybe the biggest for Minnetonka. 3rd and about 6. Minnetonka showing blitz. Ishii throwback, and I hope he caught that because he will have lost yards. And looks like it's no good, so that would have been a loss of about 6, Peter.
Yeah, so 9-point difference here, 4th and 6 inside Tonka territory, but only 7 minutes to go. Mounds View probably going to have to consider about going for it here. Not time is against them.
Not going to happen, Pete. Just here to tell you, unless it's a fake. Now, you know what? I don't mind a fake here, but they send in the punting unit, and of course Ben Conan, number 3, the cornerback, back deep. He's got his heels on the 30-yard line, but this is the right time for a fake. He runs a little bit. This is a shorter kick. He's going to signal fair catch, and he touched it. This is a problem. So it'll be a first down for the Mustangs, deep inside of Minnetonka territory. Maybe you signal for that and let it go. I think I think the wind, Peter, that blew that ball back a little bit, and that's a terrible tough break. But Conan's been dependable all year. So
yeah, that ball carried on him.
It did.
You called it as a short kick. It caught some of that wind that you talked about. It drove him back about 5 yards further than he thought, and ended up muffing it. And it's going to be first down and goal, I believe.
Well, you know what? It's never over till it's over, and a surprising turn of events here, and so the Mustangs get another chance. At the 6:45 mark, it's 16-7, 9-point lead for Minnetonka. Here's a pitch. He might throw it, but he might not get back to the line of scrimmage, or if he does, it's not much more than that. So little sweep left that is well defended, and Russ on the stop there, and that's number 7, T-Butt from the Mustangs. T-Butt.
So another big test here for the Skipper defense. You know, they're just out there. They made the stop, got the punt, and now they're back out on the field, Roger.
Well, it's not how you'd script this play, but it is what happens, and you know, no real different than a blocked field goal that gets run back a little bit here. So 2nd and 5, throws it over the middle, touchdown. So the Mustangs answer at the 5:58 mark with a pretty nice catch there. T-Butt.
5-yard touchdown completion for number 6, Mason Dean of Mounds.
I can't do it. Yeah, so anyway, they score on a kind of a pass right over the middle in the touchdown, and so they get the 6 here. Now Minnetonka was able to block a field goal, so this would not be super critical, although it would make a 3-point versus a 2-point game, Peter. So right now it's Minnetonka 16 and Mounds View 13, which means that, and they have a little bit of a personnel thing, they're going to have to call timeout. Yep, delay a game. You know what? You got to call a timeout there, Pete.
Yeah, so I think they had only 10 guys on the field,
right,
Roger, and we saw that one time earlier tonight. They ran the guy on late. They were able to get that one off. This time the play clock clicks down to 0. They take the 5-yard penalty, and now it's going to be a little bit longer extra point.
Well, and you know, if you're a Minnetonka fan, that you hope that just the extra distance is enough to throw off the kicker, and already thinking maybe about the block. Good snap, almost blocked again, but that one's going to go through. Well, we wouldn't want to make a game out of it here, guys, so a mistake in the special teams area, which creates a turnover, and it's a 2-point game with everything but 2 seconds left of 6 minutes. Well, you know what? Teams have to face adversity. Minnetonka needs to take control of the game and go down and score.
I mean, 6 minutes is a lot of time. We know that, Roger. Do we have fourth quarter sponsors to roll through? Have you done those already?
No, Pete.
Awesome. We don't want to forget these guys. They help us out a lot.
Well, our fourth quarter sponsors tonight, and you'll see some repeat here. Great Clips, Twin Cities Orthopedic, Preferred Home Team, which is Chris Rooney, The General Store, Health Partners, Gina Marie's, which is a food vendor, Chick-fil-A, another food vendor here, Lake Minnetonka Dental, the Bacon Real Estate Team. Tackle Cancer games are tonight, of course, and the 27th, and Tonka Cares. So that's our fourth quarter sponsors. Thank you so much. Tolkien and Iverson deep. How about one of these guys taking it all the way back? Well, this one's going to be a little bit shorter, but Iverson's going to have a chance. He's at the 11-yard line, spins away from one guy, but doesn't actually do that, but he gets out past the 20, so he's going to be ruled out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Tonka at their own 22.
I feel like this is an exact replay of the first 2 games of the season, Roger. One possession games. Minnetonka's been in them. here's a chance for them to close one out on the offensive side of the ball.
And agreed, Peter. And, so, again, you have an opportunity here to finish strong and to assert your dominance, and it's important to do that. I'd see Leon carry the ball a few times here, Peter. Leon's got hands off the token. Nope, keeps it himself. And he gets out past the line of scrimmage for a gain of a couple there. Well, I look like a soothsayer there.
Yeah, I like the call there. Keep it in the quarterback's hands. He's had some success on the ground. They credited him with about a 4-yard pickup, so 2nd and 6.
Right. And I don't expect to see Minnetonka get overly fancy here in this situation, especially when they're deep in their own end here and just coming off of a kind of an unfortunate turnover. So second and call, they're calling it 5. I'm going to say it's really 6. Under center, hands off, Tolkinen, big yardage, runs into his own guy. He's going to be very close, if not have the first down. So it is a first down. And
good hard run there by Tolkinen. That so far they've taken 1 minute off the clock since we're now down to under 5 minutes. We know we don't have the time on the screen for you, so we'll keep you updated.
Well, it's 4:51 and running, and make some personnel changes at the receiver spot. Leon is in shotgun formation. Tolkinen, the back, just to his right. Hands off to Tolkinen off the left side, breaks a tackle, getting to the corner, gets by the one guy, gets by another. He's outside past the 42-yard line. He's going to be 1 yard short of the first down.
Well, we talk about how Tolkinen's a dancer, and he danced through a couple of tackles there, Roger.
Well, he did, and Ben Tolkinen, a junior this year, but started last year as a sophomore, and does a nice job there. And again, the enviable position that you want to be in is second down and short. And did they go out of bounds? What's the beef here? It's a clock. Okay, so the clock. Oh yeah, so that's the kick that we're used to. And you know what? So the oh boy. And you know what? Much like I have made some pronunciation mistakes, we're going to change the clock here. The clock, the big beef, I think, Pete, was what?
Well, I think it never should have stopped. Well, maybe does it stop on the first down, but they didn't
get a first down. So they stopped the clock.
It should have just kept running.
Right.
I think it was stopped because it was so close to a first down. And so now they'll have to make an adjustment. It happens.
It does.
Running a clock, not the easiest thing in the world, and people make mistakes at it all the time.
10 seconds
We're at
off.
high school.
Well, unless you've run one, you know.
10 seconds off.
And it's anyway. Nonetheless, we're going to see what they adjust it. Right now, the clock shows 4:05.
3:55 on the
and
clock. Tell him 3:55.
He's got it, Pete. He's got her. 3:55. So we lost a few seconds. 3:55.
And it should continue to roll, I would think, as soon as the ball's put into play here, Roger.
I think as soon as they, frankly.
Hey, they want 15 on the play clock.
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 And running. So now we're at 20. Well, nonetheless, the play clock is adjusted to our help. But why wouldn't the? Okay, there's the clock should run now. And I think Leon's going to wait till about the 3-second mark before he snaps the ball. Second down. Well, the Mustang fan doesn't like the what we'll call the smart utilization of Tolkinen's fast. He's going to. Oh, there's a little bit of a head tackle, but it'll be a first down. And moves the chains.
That's exactly what you want to see. Minnetonka got the ball with 6 minutes to go in the game with a 2-point lead. They've used Leon and Tolkinen to move the ball forward. Ball security again, Roger, has been good, and they've been picking up first downs.
Well, Pete, there's still plenty of time left. Now, Minnetonka has 2 timeouts left, and the Mustangs have 2 as well. It's first down. We're inside Mustang territory. Call it about the 41-yard line. Leon by himself. Tolkien comes back now to the left. Leon hands off to Tolkien and right up the middle. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe falls forward for a little bit. Boy, I don't know how he fell forward there. It looked like he was stopped to me. Ben Tolkien is one tough kid.
He's built. He's a very strong young man, Roger. I've seen him perform dancing, seen him perform here on the football field, and yeah, he is not going to be easy to bring down ever.
Well, what a pleasure to have Luke Tollefson in the booth with us tonight. He just left because he needs to beat the crowd with his recently operated knee, which was done on Tuesday. He had quite a fan base in here with him for a while, and he called. He really did the play-by-play at the last part of the first half. Anyway, here we go. Leon, single setback, hands off the Tolkien. He dropped the ball. Nope. He pretended to drop the ball to me, and Leon kept it. That's what I saw. Boy, I'd like to see if that's what, in fact, he did. Oh, how about talk about blown call? Iverson gets the ball there, and bring up about a 3rd and 5. Timeout on the play. I think the Mustangs decided we're not going to let this thing go down, and there's 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. We know that our broadcast does not have a clock up. And, well, this one's not over yet, so let's, although we can applaud, we got some time to go here.
Yeah, big play here, 3rd and 5, obviously a first down here. With Mounds View with only one timeout left would put it, not necessarily put the game away, but it would go a long way towards getting us there, Roger.
Well, and here's what you've got to, and I can tell you right now, and I've known Coach Nelson since 2001. It'll be 18 years. He's telling them, hey, squeeze the ball. Our coaching staff never says negative things like don't fumble. They say squeeze the ball. So, and that's what they have to do. And you got to know that the defensive coordinator for the Mustangs is saying, hey, first guy in, stop him. Second guy and third guy have to strip. So 3rd and 5, be unlikely to see Minnetonka put the ball in the air here, Peter. Tolkien is the single setbacks. Leon in shotgun formation as the quarterback. Tolkien right up the middle, tough yards, but it will bring up a 4th down. He got a couple. Timeout. Mounds View takes their last time out of the game here at the 2:05 mark.
Well, we're a little outside of, sorry, Roger, we're a little outside of Zabilla range here, plus a field goal.
Well,
I don't know.
It does obviously prevent a field goal to win if your opponent gets the ball and can't convert, but I don't know here, Pete. I'll be honest with you. What are we at here? We're at the 36-yard
line. Add 17 to that. That's going to be like about a 52, 53-yarder. That's a big boot. We saw him make, the one he hit from 44 may have carried to 47 or 48, but when we were talking to Luke Tollefson in here, he thought that was about the end of the range there.
Well, and now, Pete, the wind's at his face. So Minnetonka is unlikely to try a field goal here. Unless, there's something I don't know. But what I think they'll do is try to do a pooch punt and or maybe just go for it and take your chances by giving them a little better field position than you'd like to.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see just a shotgun formation. If you like what you see, you run a play. If you don't, you let the guy kick it.
Right.
Quick kick.
Maybe. What kind of personnel do we got here? Well, we're sending out our regular unit, I think, Pete. Our regular offensive unit, right? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ishii's going to punt. So all they're telling him is make sure you get it off. They got nobody deep here, by the way, Peter. So this is a little different situation. Do they snap it? Sandler Tollefson's the up back. Ishii's going to kick it. It is a short to the right punt. Minnetonka's going to have a chance to field it, and they do inside the 5. So with 1:58 left, but I'll tell you what, they're really nice. Ben Steiger on a really heads-up play.
Yeah, well, I've seen Steiger play baseball. He had to play center field on that one, make the stop, and keep it from going in the end zone. So nice play there. They're going to mark it just inside the 5. So you're right, a field goal would win here. They've got 1:58 to get down the field, Roger.
Well, and Pete, what really hampers their opportunities is their they can maybe run one running play just to keep Minnetonka honest. Now, we have seen some lapses in coverage where guys have been wide open. And we probably are going to play a little softer, and I understand that. There's 4 D-backs here. 1:58 left. Shotgun formation. Throws a little screen pass out to the left. He gets out of bounds with a gain of about 7 or 8. Doesn't take very much time off the clock. We're at 1:53. Minnetonka has a 2-point lead, 16-14. And that'll actually, they're going to credit with 9 yards, Peter.
Yeah, number 88 in your, maybe not on your roster, Stratton Joyce made the stop there.
All right, Stratton Joyce on the stop. Going to be the same play, different look. And he does the exact, oh, don't do anything dumb, guys. Can't hit a guy that late out of bounds, and they're lucky they didn't get a flag there. You got to play smart football here. That does move the chains. So they're out of the ugly zone, if you will, Peter. But
stop clock. Clock is stopped now, 1:49, Roger.
I'd look for a little give and go here, Peter, where the guy goes out and then goes long. They're going to need a long play here if they want to get back and win this game. He's looking to his left, throws it over the middle. Oh, why can't we get the tip drill? So intended for number 6 for the Mustangs, that's Mason Dean, and just can't come down with it. And but here's the deal. No time off the clock, in essence. It's 1:44, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, it's 2nd and 10. The down marker hasn't been changed on the sideline. Change the down marker. It is 2nd and 4 at the 1:44 mark. You know, so the guy on the sideline running the downs, and this is sometimes where you see a mistake. He throws it. He's got a guy. Nice defensive play there. And I'll tell you what, that might be the play of the game. Stratton Joyce on tremendous coverage. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now, I don't see a flag anywhere, so, and not that that was a questionable call. I thought it was good coverage from day one. They both went up for the ball. There was some contact, but he knocked it down.
I agree.
So,
good coverage there.
You know, clearly 2-down territory, Peter, here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No worries. You called it. You knew they had to go deep at some point. They had to there. Now 3rd and 10, expect it again.
Well, exactly. You know, I'll tell you what. The worst play would be to kind of throw something less than 1st down yardage. Here we go. Looking to his left. He's got a man. They're going to have a 1st down, but he's going to stay in bounds. The clock will stop momentarily while they move the chains. However, once they set those chains, they will be in a big rush to get this next play off. It is going to be 1st and 10. Ball is beyond the 30, 32 call it. Oh, no. Okay, so they just killed the clock by an intentional ground. There's no flag on that play. And so it'll be a 2nd down and 10 yards. Mustangs had to stop the clock.
Yeah, just 1:26 now, Roger, so that's all they did. They killed the clock. They lose it down, so now 2nd and 10, ball at the 32.
Well, you know, here's what I would tell you, Peter. The hook and ladder play, those kinds of trick plays, 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left, 3 receivers to the right, gets flushed out of the pocket, he runs for it, and he gets pushed out of bounds. There's no flag. They're looking for a flag, but
keeps on the play. Ivan Lee there to stop the play.
Ivan Lee on the stop, number 27, gives him a little nudge out of bounds. Clock will stop. It'll be about 3rd and 4. 1:20 left in the game. Really pretty good clock management by the Mustangs so far. Stents from the quarterback all night long. He throws a little out play there, pick and run there. He's got to keep him in bounds, and they do on this one. No, they don't. I don't see that. Tolkien and Stratton Joyce on the stop. Did he stay in bounds, Peter? Okay, so now they're running it. 1:11 and counting. 1st down. Ball in the 45. They're forced to spike it again. And the clock way more important than the down.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Clock management so far has been good. They've gotten the 1st downs when they needed them. They've clocked the ball to stop it when they were stopped in bounds. So 1:08 on the big clock here at Einar Anderson. Roger, I got to expect more of the same, some short passes and maybe one more crack deep.
Well, you know, they're going to have to take a, you know, depending on this play here in terms of clock management, Minnetonka going to blitz, and they do, and they rush him out of that court. They got to stop him. Unbelievable. So he doesn't get the first down, but under severe pressure from number 24, which is Velgersdijk, a sack would have been super important there.
Yeah, Minnetonka hadn't really dialed up the blitz much. That was a nice mix-up call there. You had the quarterback in trouble and just let him go.
Well, he got away, you know, and third and about 3, to call it 4. 1 minute exactly left in the game. Here's a little sprint out pass left there. Shots. Well, it's going to be a first down. He's going to get out of bounds. And they're going to be inside Minnetonka territory at about the 41-yard line.
Probably one of the best 1 minute drill I've seen in high school in a long time. They're throwing those little flare passes. They're getting out of bounds. They're clocking it, Roger.
Well, that play took 6 seconds, Peter. So 54 seconds left in the game. 1st and 10 inside Minnetonka territory. Call it the 43. Quarterback looking. Lots of pressure. How does he get away? He's going to run. Oh, my. He fell down. He fell down in bounds. That was the turf monster, Pete.
That was the turf monster. So the clock will start once they set the change. 46 seconds, Roger.
46 seconds, and now here's a penalty. And I don't know if that'll be offensive or the defensive offsides. It's going to be, I think, Peter. And
what I've seen Gurley try to do on those spikes is try to time it, and I think they might have caught him that time.
Sure, I think he got it. He might have got in there early this time. And you know.
When you're the nose guard, you can kind of tell that they're going to spike it. He tried to get in there to disrupt it, and we'll see what the call is. Yeah, it's against the Skippers, right?
Well, you know, you don't need those 5 yards going that way, Pete. 45.2 seconds left. The Mustangs have the ball on the Minnetonka 26-yard line. They have a brand new set. No, it's 1st and 5 after the penalties assessed. They got about 3 or 4. They got 3 or 4 shots in the end zone, Pete, and this thing could end in disaster if Minnetonka is unable to stop them. So the clock won't even start because of the penalty. Batted down. Incomplete pass. Huge defensive play for Minnetonka. 24 on the bat there. We've called his number Will Velgersdijk, and Velgersdijk really, that's a big play, you know.
Yeah, he fooled me on that. I thought the pass was already out. Velgersdijk got a finger on it, almost intercepted it,
right,
which would have ended it. So 41.5 seconds here, Roger, 2nd and 5.
Well, if you have a pacemaker in, or if you're subject to heart failure, well, I didn't say anything because I'm in shock, folks. 35 seconds left, and we got a problem here. Clock is going to start. They may spike this one or just run a play. How about a sneak? They spike it. So now it's 1st and goal. The ball is at the... this would be a catastrophic loss.
Yeah, 30.6 seconds, Roger. The ball's being marked on the 3-yard line, so now it's 2nd and 3. They did spike it there to burn one of their downs. I thought you were right. Maybe they could have run a play there. But I guess if you get tackled in bounds, then you got to hurry back up. So probably smart to clock it. And here they come to the line.
Well, here we go. This is the game, folks. 2nd and goal. 30 seconds left, basically. Throws a little fade pattern. Got a receiver, but it's way over. It's just overthrown. That'll stop the clock with 25.8 seconds left. 14 on the coverage for Minnetonka, which of course is Ethan Godsave. So Godsave with good coverage. I like the fade route, but I guess you're in a tough spot here, Pete. If you run it and don't get it, you may not have enough time for another play.
Yeah, you can always run on 4th down because that won't matter.
Well,
but
here's
3rd
the
down.
thing. Do you kick a field goal? You're down by 2.
Yeah, we've seen 1 field goal blocked. We've seen 2 extra points made.
Here we go, folks. Maybe the play of the game right now. He rolls, got pressure, got a man. Almost intercepted. Oh my gosh. That would have been a game-winning pick by Iverson. Now they're going to kick a field goal.
Field goal unit coming on. So this is Samuel. He's made 2 extra points, and then he had 1 field goal blocked earlier, Roger. So we know he can make. He's from this distance is basically the same as an extra point.
This is an extra point, Pete. And so Minnetonka here clinging to life. They're up by 2 right now, but this field goal would be a game winner. 22 seconds left. Minnetonka calls a timeout.
Minnetonka, their second chance timeout.
So 22.1 seconds left, Roger. I guess I would have liked to have seen Minnetonka keep both timeouts, possibly, but go ahead and burn it. Get the right unit out there. You're right, Heartbreak City here on the line. If this one goes in, Mounds View will take a 17-16 lead if they're able to convert on this field goal.
Well, you know, Minnetonka's really been in charge most of the game. Had a 9-point lead for forever. And, you know, it does come down to a costly turnover.
Yeah, well, the muff punt that set up Mounds View for that touchdown in the fourth quarter, and now, I mean, a great 2-minute drill, and see what Mounds View can do here, Roger. So, if anything, these games have been thrilling this year.
Well, they're heartbreakingly thrilling, Peter. And well, folks, this is probably the play of the game. 22.1 seconds left. What you got to hope for is a bad snap, and you hope that he misses this thing, or Minnetonka has been able to block it before. The snap is up, the kick is up, it's going to be good. So this one's going to go down as a really heartbreaking loss, probably, unless something special happens on the kickoff.
17-16.
I'm lost for words, Peter.
Yeah, 18.1 second, 1 timeout, Roger. So you're going to need, you know, Zabilla's made some long ones. I saw the Bears do basically this.
I saw the same game, Peter.
So, you know, get a good run back, get set up, and let Zabilla take a crack.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, Pete, is that they're going to, instead of kicking it deep, they're going to kick a squib kick. You know, trying to prevent an Iverson or Tolkien kind of a run back. So likely we get the ball. I would like to think if there's a squib, we'll get the ball around the 40-yard line. And if we have time for 1 play and then a kick, we do have 1 timeout left.
Yeah, so the timeout means that you can run the play anywhere you want on the field from scrimmage after this kickoff. So we'll see how much time's left. After the kickoff, you can probably run an offensive play and then try Zabilla from long range.
Right. So Jackson Iverson, Ben Token, and deep from Minnetonka. They're at about the 5, maybe the 7. I would expect a squib here. It is a squib. Conan on the reception, and that does take about 5 seconds off the clock. So Minnetonka will have probably 2 chances here with 1 timeout. They're going to have to throw the ball pretty deep here and hope for a miracle, and then try to kick a field goal and win this game with a few seconds left.
Yeah, you're going to have to pick up a nice 20, 25 yards on this play and hope there's enough time to run another one,
Well,
Roger.
12 seconds, there ought to be, you know, if you do get the ball, you're going to have to get out of bounds with it if it's not real deep. Leon throws it. Incomplete. 7.1 seconds left. They'll have 1 more play, Peter. This one's going to have to do something. Now, I don't mind the call. It was about a 20-yard throw. He would have been out of bounds, so he could have got out of bounds. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, still 1 timeout left, Roger. So if at the end of this play there's still a tick left, they can always call the timeout. Probably not going to be in range, though.
Well, they're not,
field goal.
unless something really special happens here over 30 yards, Peter. So now Tolkinen is going to be a wide receiver. No backs in the backfield. Iverson is the wide receiver on the right side. Leon calling out the signals with an empty backfield. Leon's going to get rushed. Well, there's 3 seconds left now. Barring a minor miracle, this one's going to go down as one of the most heartbreaking losses for Minnetonka in my 18 years of covering the team. And you just feel for the players and you feel for the coaching staff who work so hard. And Yet at the end of the day, it looks like they're going to come up empty-handed here. And really, we're ahead the bulk of the game, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very wise man once told me that wins are binary. You either get them or you don't get them. And tonight, it looks like they're not going to get it. They played a really good game, just made just enough mistakes, and didn't work out.
And again, we're going to credit the Mustangs 2-minute drill. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, you got to tip your caps to Mounds View. We were saying they're ranked 5th in the state right now. Sure, their opponents so far this season may not have been the best, but it's another good opponent for Minnetonka to have played. They've played all top 10 teams all season long.
Absolutely, Pete. Their schedule is harder than anybody's in the conference. And, Eden Prairie got to open up against Woodbury and Roseville. So our schedule, very difficult. Last play of the game, we have 3.0 seconds left. This is going to have to be a Hail Mary hook and ladder. Iverson in motion. Maybe this is going to be the double pass, Peter. Well, that'll do it, folks. They do lateral, but it's to no avail. And shockingly, I'd have to say that Roundsview comes away with a win here. Your final here at Minnetonka on a heartbreaking loss. Minnetonka 16 and Moundsview 17. And that's a very difficult loss. We certainly had some highlights. Seeing Matt Allen leave the game here, where his son Bo Allen's jersey was retired here from Minnetonka. But really tough to take this one. And Minnetonka, I know that I'm talking to the coaching staff, and they've been upbeat all week, and they deserve to be, and frankly, they deserve to win this one. But you got to finish, and they don't finish tonight, Peter.
Yeah, I like the game plan. I like, you mentioned a lot of changes in the lineup too. They're mixing it up. They've had injuries, obviously, and not the result you wanted. I love the effort, and yeah, just one too many mistakes there that cost. And you got to tip your cap to the Mustangs on that. There's not a lot of teams that can go all the way down with less than 2 minutes to go and score.
Right, and at the end of the day, as you said, teams find a way to capitalize on other teams' mistakes. Minnetonka did that with the block punt, and in this case, they do the same thing for. I got to tell you, I think Dave Nelson is a tremendous man and a tremendous coach, and I can tell you right now, nobody feels worse than he does, along with the entire offensive and defensive staff. You hold the Moundsview to 17, you got to win the ball game. Minnetonka's offense was better than it had been. We have Shakopee coming up next week, and that's homecoming, so naturally that'll be a home game. We look to bounce back, and on behalf of Peter Amstutz, and we're certainly missing Cal Pfeffer and Everett Amstutz, this is Roger Lenahan and Peter saying good night from Minnetonka. They lose a heartbreaker, and that's all there is. Good night, everybody.